yes.
Do you want me to say it?
Yes, please.
Wispy.
Still.
I say it all the time. I hear it all the time.
I
when
love
I see other people out with the hair, I say it. I say it in my house. My family doesn't understand what I'm saying. I don't know why. It's stuck with me for good now, I think.
Yep.
Wispy.
Speaking of wispy, I got a haircut the other day.
Oh.
I go to the same place, but usually it doesn't matter who cuts my hair. They're all doing the same thing. And there is one lady that works there whose husband listens to the show. She listens to the show. And I brought them a T-shirt one time. And she saw me every time I go. She's like, my husband still loves his T-shirt. And she's the sweetest lady ever. I don't know what happened this last time, but it was like she went to modeling school.
Oh.
Dude, she was wearing almost like a suit jacket, but like with a thing underneath that had her top of her boobs showing a little bit.
Oh, I love that look.
Yeah. And she had like these tight pants on, and the whole time she's cutting my hair, I'm trying, like she's right in my face, and her boobs are there, and I'm like, don't be a pervert. Just close your eyes. And I'm like, this is, and then I thought, I feel like I have to apologize to her husband. I don't know him, but he listens to the show.
You gave a free shirt. What's to apologize for?
I'll give him more shirts if if we got a deal work out.
You get a shirt, I get to look at business slut.
Oh,
What?
yes.
That's what that's called.
I would not say that word.
I've heard that.
She's a delightful lady. She looked great.
Maybe next time, set up a little merch shop in the out front.
Oh man, what is this chick standing outside the Tropicana field? Do you really need that live shot? You need a live shot to say that the no more money is going to Tropicana field. All right, go stand there at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Also, with technology, you could easily be standing in front of a green screen that shows the Trop, and nobody's going to know whether you're there.
Just
or
show
not.
a picture of the Trop with no roof on it, just like that. Just be like, there you go. No more money for the Trop.
No, we're going to need you to get up 2 hours early and get down to the Trop in the parking lot.
By the way, that says they voted to approve more money. I don't have my glasses on.
Yeah, I guess it's going to cost more than they thought.
Yeah, the building has no roof, and it's been sitting there with no roof for months now, and it's starting to rain again. What do you think is going to happen?
And we're going right back into hurricane season.
The only thing that they can do, take jokes out of the side, the only thing that they can do is knock this down and rebuild it. That's the only thing they can do.
Yeah.
Because this is like moving into a house that's been flooded for months, and we finally got the water out.
And all their offices are there too.
Yeah.
The good thing is they got about $3,000 from selling all the hats and T-shirts the other day.
All right.
That's true.
What did they do? They had like
they had like a big garage sale basically, and they let the season ticket holders first get dibs on it and stuff. And it was just a bunch of the T-shirts, hats throughout the years that they had.
Bobbleheads.
Remember the lighting used to do at the end of the year? The lighting would sell used equipment. The Lightning would do a thing where they would sell used equipment for charity. And I remember when Joey was a kid, we bought somebody's glove, defenseman's glove. And then next year they had a come meet the players kind of party that they do every once in a while. And the guy from a mile away, he's like, "That's my glove." I can't remember who it was. Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, and he signed the glove, and you can go buy sticks, and
they
had
used
a whole
to
bunch
do.
of stuff.
Remember they may still do it. Actually, is the glitz and sticks or sticks and glitz, whatever. That was a blast. That was great because they had all the different players hosting casino games and stuff, and you would go and play and do all the different stuff, and then all the other people would be there. When we were talking about Evan Longoria the other day,
yeah, he was there.
I remember him being there, and my wife was like, I want to get a picture with Evan Longoria. And I go, well, that's what he's here for. I goes, he's here to meet people and stuff. I go, just say hi to him and see if you can get a picture or whatever. And he's talking to 3 girls. And they're totally engaged.
Don't C-log him.
Yeah, with his back. And my wife just goes, poke. And poked him in the back. And he turned around and just went, give me a second. I was like, that's not how you do it, weirdo.
Not what I told you to do.
No, not at all. Yeah, it was like whenever JoJo saw the one guy from Barstool.
Oh, that was super awkward.
2 Bears 5K.
Yeah.
And she
Kevin
was like,
Clancy.
Yeah, she was like, is that who I'm thinking of? I go, the guy from Barstool? And she's like, yeah. Oh, I'm such a big fan. And I go, what's his name? And she goes, I don't know.
Big fan.
And she's like, I want to get a picture with him. And I go, he's cool. I'm sure he's cool. He's out here. That's what he's for. So I go, hey, man. I go, can she get a picture with you? And he was like, yeah, absolutely. And took a picture. You know what I mean?
Do you have a celebrity dick story?
I'm trying to think. I mean, the only one, it's funny because Stephen Piercy, and I know that you had a Stephen Piercy from Rat. When he was doing his solo thing, we were going out to announce him, and it was me and 2 other guys from the station, and we were going to go out and throw out some T-shirts and do the thing, whatever. And he said, he goes, I don't need anybody from the radio station announcing me. I certainly don't need 3 of you announcing me. And I was like, all right. And the program director was like, good luck with your record, you know. Yeah. But then when I met him in Vegas, he was on the escalator right behind me, and I hit my wife, and I go, hey, Stephen Piercy behind us. And I turn around, and I go, hey, man, I'm a big fan. And he was like, oh, cool. He goes, were you at the show last night? And I go, didn't even know you were playing. We talked for a few minutes.
A big fan.
Yeah. And he was cool. But yeah, that was just weird. I was like, all right.
I remember Art Alexakis was kind of a dick. The time
was he really?
Yeah. But ever since then, I've seen him. He's very nice. He's been on this show. He's very nice. Yeah. But this is when I was in Tallahassee. He was kind of a dick.
Also,
like, he just wanted nothing to do with the radio station, even though we've been
so weird. They
need
the radio station so bad, but they're such dicks to the radio station.
Yeah,
I think a lot of them feel like they're selling out if they do. If they're like,
guess what? We're the guys you got to sell out to.
Exactly. But also, I think a lot of those guys at that time may have been drugs.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
This is like early 2000.
You know, and then they clean up, and then they're super nice and super grateful, and they're not on top of the charts anymore. So they're down here, and they're like,
"Yeah,
thank you so much. We appreciate everything you're doing."
Now they're kind of a nostalgia act at this point,
right? And they come back around,
right?
Yeah.
When I went to when I worked at FLZ with Cuck back in the day, he was. I mean, his ratings were in the 30 shares, you know what I mean?
I wonder how.
Yeah. But I mean, he was very popular,
right?
You remember. And we went to go see, he's on a top 40 station, and every night at 10 o'clock would play an AC/DC song on a top 40 station in the middle of the 90s. And AC/DC comes to town, and we go see the show. And there's, I think, 3 or 4 of us, and we're online to go to the meet and greet backstage, and the record company guy goes, I can't take you backstage, and we're like, we're on the list. We got and we know the record guy, and he's like, 98 Rock is C-blocking me hard. They're like giving me a hard time that you guys shouldn't be here, and blah blah blah. And I'm trying. He's like, I could take you back, but I can't take the rest of them. So we're all like, all right, cool, you go. You're the big fan, and he's like, no. He's like, you tell them. He goes, fine. We don't get backstage. And at the time, he's got the pull to do all this,
right?
So it was Elektra Records, and he said, you go tell Gabe Faramasca. Do you remember Gabe, the record guy?
The name, yeah.
He goes, you tell him, he goes, I will punt every Elektra record on my show. And we didn't go backstage. And the next day, we were pulling music, and we were playing it off of CDs at the time. So I would pull it all, and then he'd go through it and take all the Elektra ones out. So I went through it, took all the Elektra ones out.
There's like 4 CDs left.
Yeah, and I'd put a pile there. And then it just went on for weeks. And then I think I have it upstairs. Then these autograph flats from AC/DC's Ballbreaker album showed up at the thing, like apology letters and stuff.
Man, back then, if you were a big station and a big market, you had a lot of pull when it came to playing music, because a lot of times that was the only way the song was going to get out there. Without streaming.
I remember, I think I've talked about this before. Incubus got me a new laptop. I needed a new laptop, and I went to the program director, and I said, I don't have a computer. I need a laptop. This is when everybody started getting laptops. He was like, all right. He's like, we'll get it. And then he looked at the assistant program director, and he goes, we'll play the new Incubus. Tell them we need a laptop.
Oh, yeah.
That was it. You just call the record company, and they like, send us a laptop.
We need 6 iPods.
Yeah.
We're going to give one away in the air and give the other 5 to the staff.
Yeah.
That was the
crazy.
best.
It's crazy.
The best.
I'll never forget the first time. It was like 1995, where I watched the Grammy Awards, and it was Motley Crue. Motley Crue went up there and was thanking record people, and I'm like, I know that guy. I know that guy. I know these names. I know these people now, because they were all people that I've had to deal with.
You felt, man, I'm in the biz now.
I'm in the biz. Me and Nikki Sixx know the same people. Are you kidding me? It's great. Anyway, welcome to the show this morning. I'm in Erdogan, stuck in my head for no reason.
Wispy.
Wispy.
And he didn't even come on the show.
Yeah, but you know what? I wonder what the confusion was there.
Yeah.
He started following us, and he's been...
For some reason, I wasn't mad at him.
No, yeah. I feel like it's somebody else's fault.
Putty.
Do you ever hear of a baseball player named Jay Johnstone? He used to play for the Yankees in the 70s.
I feel like you just made that up.
No. So I every once in a while, the Major League Baseball Alumni Association would do a game down in Outlang Field, and I think their headquarters was down here. So I know the Hooters guys were very involved in it, and they would bring guys by the show, and we'd promote the event. Joe Walsh came by one time. Joe Walsh was like every year they'd have like celebrities and baseball players. Guess who one of the celebrities was? And I worked with a guy who didn't know who he was, so we couldn't put him on the show. It was Bryan Cranston.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Bryan Cranston was only on
Malcolm in the Middle
of the time, but he was great on that show. I was like, oh, this guy's great. And I don't know who he is. But anyway, Joe Walsh came in the studio one time, and we had a guitar and an amp set up, and he was like, he heard Pete playing. Pete was playing it on the way in, and he was like, "Who was playing that? That was pretty good." And then he didn't want to play anything, and then he kind of softened up a little bit, and he played a little, just like the little solo stuff, and he ended up being pretty cool. But anyway, we go to the alumni thing, and I collect baseballs, and I mostly collect them from Yankees from like my childhood, so they're probably not worth. I have some of them that are worth a ton of money, and some of them that are worth no money. And Jay Johnstone was sitting there. And I recognized him, and I had a ball, and he was changing his socks. So I stood there for a second. I waited. Like you say, your wife just poked Evan Longoria in the back.
Yeah.
I sat there, and I waited for him to change his socks. And he looked at me, and he goes, "Did you need an autograph?" And I go, "That would be great if you don't mind." He goes, "Well, you got to tell me. I can't just read your mind." And I go, I was just waiting. And I almost wanted to be like, "Give me that goddamn ball."
I would have whipped the ball in his face.
He signed it, and I took it, and I just walked away. I was like, wow, I don't even know if I ever put it on display or anything. I was like, what a dick. What a total, like, why would you be, like, I'm just hanging out, waiting.
Or do you think, how old were you at the time?
Oh, I was in my 20s.
Yeah, but do you think he thought maybe you were special needs and he was telling you that?
Yeah.
Like, he was like, you have to tell me.
No.
Because I can't read your mind, so you have to let me know.
You know what got my mind off of that? A couple of seconds later, this smoking hot girl walks up to me, probably my age, 20s, and she goes, "Oh my God, are you Cowhead?" And I go, "Yes, I am." And she's like, "Oh my God, it's so nice to meet you. I listen every day." And I was like, "Great, thank you." And she's like, "I'm Pete Rose's girlfriend." And I go, "Okay, that makes a lot of sense."
I was gonna say, I don't think I have any this smoking hot girl walked up to me stories.
I have two really good ones. It was that one.
Yeah.
And I'm in the stands. I mean, I'm on the field at the Bucks game, and this girl's calling me from the stands, Cowhead, and I'm not looking because I don't know who it is. And Pete goes, "You may want to look at this one." And I turn around, and she's a 10.5 out of 10. She's smoking hot and gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I look up at her, and she looks at me, and I go, "Oh, hey, turn around." It was Brad Culpepper's wife. Yeah. Who did the same thing to me in the airport one time. We were walking through the airport, and she started calling me from across the escalator, and all my friends were like, "Dude, this smoking hot chick." I go, "Forget about it. It's Brad Culpepper's wife."
It's great. They both went on to do Survivor.
Yeah.
Like
she's
she was
so
on it
gorgeous.
twice, I think. Yeah.
She was so gorgeous. Yeah, because they did like an all-star one.
Yeah.
They did like a regular one, and then they went back for like an all-star one.
I don't know if she won or she almost
think she
won.
did win.
She went pretty far,
Yeah.
remember? Yeah.
She was in the finals.
You also get a lot of times where it's a smoking hot chick, and you're like, all right, here we go. And
Yep.
they go, "My dad loves you."
Yo, I got that. Yeah.
Well,
I got
tell
that
your dad
recently.
I said hi.
Yeah. I got that recently. I got it. My dad's not going to believe I met you.
Yeah.
I'm like, your dad should be shocked that we made out. No?
You mentioned Bryan Cranston. Like just a couple days ago, I realized Bryan Cranston is in a movie that I never knew he was in there.
What movie?
It's a Tom Hanks movie.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. He's the astronaut from That Thing You Do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just realized that probably like a week ago when I was
Gemini.
watching That Thing You Do.
The Gemini. You didn't realize that was him?
I just never really paid attention, and then I was like, "Oh, that's Bryan Cranston right there," because he's only in it for like a split second.
Because him and Hanks are friends.
Yeah,
so
right.
Tom Hanks is to stick all his friends in all the movies.
Because Peter Sklar is the talk show host.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who's dead now?
I know. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's
Whose
weird.
wiener we saw?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
girls.
On Girls, remember?
Oh,
He was Lena
In the
Dunham's
shower.
father, and he was, yeah.
And I tweeted out on that Sunday night, I wrote, "Who thought before I went to bed tonight I'd be seeing Peter Sklar's wiener?" And he wrote back to me, "You never know what you're going to get." And I went, "All right."
I hate Lena Dunham, but that was a good show.
Yeah, I like the show. I hated her off the show. On the show, I was
she's just annoying.
yeah, that crap she pulled with Odell Beckham.
Yeah.
Kind of really made it show you how bad she was.
She's super heavy now. Like she
Yeah.
gained a ton
She's
of weight.
doing it
Are
on
you
purpose.
surprised?
I mean, not really, I guess, but yeah. She was
Last
never
night-
really skinny, but
No.
wow.
Last night on Jeopardy, there was a hot young chick who won with short hair, and she was real bitchy. That there was, or she was the returning champion. Then there was a transgendered woman in the middle who just isn't there enough to be on TV. You know what I mean? Like I don't care if you want to be transgender. You got to put more effort into it. At least try harder.
And you're going to be on TV.
And their name was J period A period Y period. And I go J A-Y. And my wife said, just anuses, y'all.
No.
He said, all right, that was pretty good. Just anuses, y'all. Yeah, she was, she just didn't have it. She wasn't quite, like, I get it. And they're like, my son is growing his hair out. And right now it's in crazy afro stage because it's just poofy, you know. There's going to be some time before he gets to as long as where he wants it to be. So I get it when you're transitioning. You're going to go through, if we can call it, to be honest, an ugly phase. But you shouldn't be on TV during those times.
Hey, pop a wig on.
Well, maybe that's the effort. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Put some effort into it.
And you're going where they have professional makeup. You know, get some professional makeup done.
Well, they did. Jay did have the makeup on.
Okay.
Jay had the makeup on.
Who the hell did we see the other day on the TV? And Calvin's like, does this person know they were going to be on TV today?
Oh, yeah.
It was some like local cooking show or something.
Right. And they had like a bandana on.
Like a
and just
slob.
Yeah, it looked terrible. I was like, Jesus, you're on TV.
Did they not tell you this is TV?
But also, you know, you could do as much as you possibly could with us to make us try and look like ladies, and we're not going to look like good-looking ladies.
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna commit to it. So like I'm going and getting some surgeries done, like shave off my chin and you know whatever,
Joe's
make me look
halfway there. He can look like a lady.
Joe, right.
Wait a minute.
It's a long journey for Joe.
Out of all of us, Joe, you would be the one, Carmen included, that you would look most like a lady.
Yeah,
because you're little.
Well, I mean,
and if they shaved your face and you already have long hair, they'd be able to do stuff. I'm not saying you're going to be hot.
We could make you an old woman in a second.
Right.
All right.
You could leave the room for like 10 minutes and come back and full transition.
Yeah.
You'd be
and
like,
we buy it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Robert Durst when he was hiding from the law and he was dressed as a lady.
Well, like those guys who tried to get out the Titanic. You know the story of those guys dressed up like ladies?
Oh, yeah.
Those ladies first.
You have a lot of feminine, petite features.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's
not
a compliment.
Yeah, it's not an insult.
Oh, I didn't think it was an insult.
I mean,
For a man? Are you
it
sure?
doesn't sound good.
I mean, it would be better to be a man with petite features than a woman with masculine features.
Yeah.
Carmen, you remember telling your girlfriends about the guy you just met that has petite features? How excited you are?
He's so soft
Yeah.
and little. I pick him up.
Yeah.
Strong cheekbones.
Lady
Belly
hair.
kisses.
Carmen, what were you do? You were working out yesterday.
Yesterday? No.
Oh, I saw a lot of your videos. I don't know what it was from.
Oh, that was a couple days ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yesterday was my day off.
Me
I was
too.
so tired. I don't know if it's like the weather or what. I just have no energy. I just want to take naps and cuddle with my puppies and do nothing.
I'm with you. My wife was like, okay, I admit it. Last night, she goes, I admit it. I go, what? She goes, the dog's in love with you. I told you. The dog would not. I went and sat on the couch, which I don't normally do. And the dog came and like laid across me and was, you're not going anywhere.
The dog loves you, but you don't love the dog back.
No, not at all.
Not as much as it loves
Yeah,
me.
that's-
I do love the dog, but not as much as it loves me.
I don't think you do. You just kind of like it.
Well, so I bought this tool called the Bark Shield. Have you seen this?
Bark shield.
Yeah.
It sounds not nice.
Yeah.
It looks like a tiny flashlight. And like Mabel, you've seen Mabel. She's uncontrollable barker and she's so loud and she just, nothing we can do is training her. So this Bark Shield thing, you hit the button and it distracts them with a high pitch sound and it stops them from barking. Now I know that we had a can of like aerosol spray.
Yeah, just air.
It was just air and it would go, you know, and whenever she would, whoa, you know, you do it and she would stop immediately. It didn't bother her. She just was like distracted by it. So I bought this Bark Shield thing and she was running through the house and I just hit the button and she stopped in her tracks. And I just hit it for a second. She just looked around and she just trotted away real easy. And I went, oh my God. So then we set it up. We had one of Joey's friends come in through the back door and she got up and she was like, rrr, rrr. And I went, dude, and she went, boop, and just sat down. I went,
Really?
oh my God, this
Yeah.
is the best tool I've ever had.
It just redirects their thoughts. That's like whenever you watch Caesar, well, you know, the dog whisperer, whenever he goes, tsk,
Yeah,
he does that, whatever. It's just getting there so they stop directing all their thoughts on whatever they're doing, whatever, and they're like, what was that? And
But then I had to
The
research it for 20 minutes to make sure I wasn't harming the dog because it looked like it scared her the first time, and I had to make sure that I wasn't doing anything damage. They said it's just a high pitched frequency that disrupts them.
Yeah, it's just like if you get a can and you put nickels or pennies or whatever in it and stuff, and just shake it, whatever. It's just to get their attention.
That's what we used to do.
Yeah.
With my
The
dog.
only thing about that though, Mike, now is you're training her not to let you know when people come in the house.
No, it's not. I'm not doing it all the time. I'm just doing it when she's out of control.
Right.
Like yesterday, I had a bunch of people here looking at the flood in the bathroom, and I had to put them outside because she just won't chill out. Meanwhile, the other dog couldn't care less. And the other dog also was not distracted by the high-pitched frequency.
Yeah.
Just walked by, didn't even flinch,
I'm
just
not
walked right by
surprised with
me.
that at all.
That dog's nuts, man.
She's wild.
She is. She's just really nutso. Quiet is all, but just that'll be the one that eats us while we sleep.
Yeah.
It's funny. There's like a trend of people tricking their dogs all the time. Like, have you seen people that feed their dog, like put a food in their bowl, and then have somebody pretend like they break in and get them and stuff,
their
and see
bowl?
what the dog does?
Oh yeah.
And the dog will like be like, "Arr!"
Yeah.
and go over and start eating again. It's like, well,
Hope you're okay.
what do you want the dog to do? You didn't train the dog to protect you. You think it's going to protect you? I don't understand.
Oh, so Gio, yesterday I made reference to something that I couldn't talk about on the show. It wasn't really I couldn't talk about it. I just couldn't get into the whole deal.
Yeah.
I have this flood in my bathroom, and yesterday I had to have a claims adjuster come over, and then a leak detection company. By the way, shout out to the leak detection company. They evidently listened to the show.
Oh.
Yeah, I had a bunch of people yesterday come in and go through my house, and I still have a whole room in my bathroom that's got a toilet next to where the toilet's supposed to go. It's
Did they
just
have
a
to
mess.
tear up the floor?
That's what they were here yesterday to find out. So I don't know. The leak detection company said that it was. I said, "How is it?" He goes, "It's good. It's good." And I go, "Well, what does that mean? Good? I don't know if that means good for you, good for me, good for Hydro Scout." By the way, shout out to Hydro Scout. Those are the guys who came out.
Yeah, there's no way to tell how far the damage is gone.
Yeah, and I don't know what the deal is with the insurance. Like, I've never had to do this before. I don't know what they cover, what they don't cover, and what's going on. And now we're all sweating that out. It's ridiculous. We're just gonna end up having to redo the bathroom anyway. My wife, I have a feeling she wants to do that.
Yeah.
Because
She did this. She
No.
did this on purpose. Just
No,
started poking
hey.
the floor.
Just so you know how it wasn't her, she is so inconvenienced by this because that's her spot to go to the bathroom.
Right.
And also, it's like in the middle of the night. She has to walk to the other side of the house now to go to bed. It's a pain in the ass. Well, I've never seen a woman that pees less. Like, when you wake up in the morning, isn't that the first thing you do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She can go hours. She'll wake up in the morning, go inside, have coffee. I go, you don't even go.
Really?
You didn't even go pee-pee.
I usually get up in the middle of the night at least once.
Yeah, at least
go to the
once. I'm
bathroom.
good for one in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Or with my luck, I'm good for one at about 4:45,
Oh.
right before my alarm goes
Yeah,
off.
I hate when that happens.
Always.
I feel like I've been cheated.
Yeah, yeah. I had 15 more minutes.
It was going to be
You son of
long
a
15
bitches.
minutes.
I did another vacation sleep last night. I was sleeping and I woke up and I looked at my phone. It was 1:36. And I went,
Oh, yes.
it's
sweet
so beautiful.
vacation.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Good
it's
for
so
you.
nice.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll have the open letter rewind, and then we'll jump into Sporkle. We'll give some stuff away. A little later on, we got Metallica tickets to give away. JP will have him Friday as he's out at the original Hooters for a liquid lunch. He'll be out there with Budweiser, and they will be giving away Metallica tickets. And also on the show today, Cody Tucker will join us in the 8 o'clock hour, and a comedian named Lee Syatt, who does the church. What is it called with Joey Diaz? The Church of What's Happening Now podcast. He will be in the studio with us. He's going to be at Side Splitters tonight and this weekend with Greg Fitzsimmons. We'll take a quick break. The open letter rewind and Sporkle are next on 102.5 The Bone. Right now, though, Carmen will tell us what we have to give away as we play a little Sporkle. What do we have, Carmen?
So we have a bunch of stuff.
Oh, new stuff?
No, I'm kidding. You gave it all away. Yeah. We have tickets for Avril Lavigne and Cage the Elephant.
Garbage. Garbaggio. All
I
right.
feel like Avril Lavigne has been coming to Tampa for the last 15 years.
Yeah.
Hasn't that happened yet?
Yeah, we get every once in a while we get one of those shows that they give us tickets to give away a year before it comes out. And
Usually
we're
it's
just constantly
311.
Yeah.
311. Yeah. All right, let's do it right now. A little bit of Sporkle. Here we go. Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Carmen, what are we playing today?
Today we're going to be playing QU words. Can you name the words that begin with QU?
You know we want to scream.
Yeah.
How about QU?
All right, your first one. Loose, wet sand.
Quick.
Sand.
Quicksand. It's on the paper. Galvin. An uneasy feeling.
Queasy.
An uneasy feeling.
I don't know.
Qualm is what I was looking for.
Queasy's better.
Yeah, I never would have guessed that.
Nobody's ever said it. I feel a little qualm.
I bet Joe says that.
Yeah.
I've never said that.
Your next one. Shake or tremble.
Quiver.
Yes, Galvin. Victor Hugo character.
Quint.
Victor Hugo character.
We're so dumb.
Quasimodo.
Oh, Quasimodo.
The liquid metal mercury.
Quicksilver.
Mike. To ask.
Question.
Galvin. A state of perplexity.
Quandary.
Mike. Moving fast.
Quick.
Galvin. A warm bed covering.
Quilt.
Galvin. Tremble.
Quiver.
Shake. Galvin.
Oh, come on.
Reject or void.
Quit.
What was it? Reject?
Reject or void.
Quansel.
Quash. No. A hard mineral.
Quartz.
Galvin. Put an end to.
Quit.
Quash.
Put an end to.
Quitting?
Squash.
No,
Quill.
it's an S.
Oh.
Yeah, quill
Quill.
is what I was looking
Quill.
for.
Nope.
No point. Main wing or tail feathers.
Quill.
Mike and Pap,
Damn.
we are halfway there.
Gio is not on the board. He has a total of 0 points. Michael with 3, and Galvin is your leader right now. He's winning with 7.
Oh, man. Am I going for 3 in a row?
No.
I think I am.
I think you're not.
You only have one.
You're on a 1-win streak.
It's not a streak.
That's not a streak.
So no, you.
Am I going for 15?
Yes.
I think I am.
All right, we are doing QU words. Your next one. Result obtained by division.
Quotient.
Galvin. Repeat or copy out. Repeat or copy out. Quote.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Female ruler.
Queen.
Queen.
Mike. Making little or no noise.
Quiet.
Mike. Limited or fixed number. Limited,
Quantity.
limited or fixed number.
Query.
Quantity.
Close.
Quantity's pretty good.
I don't know.
Quota.
Ah.
People have quotas. Your next one. Sorry. A place of extraction. A place of extraction.
Coordinates.
Quarry. Thigh muscle.
Quad.
Quadricep.
Oh, man.
Quadricep. The whole thing.
Thank you for the assist.
No problem.
Galvin.
That's great.
So not 3 in a row.
No.
Leave.
Quit.
Mike.
Oh, come on.
A four-sided figure.
Quadrilateral.
Yes. Mike. Italian for four.
Quad.
Quattro.
True.
Galvin, and Pap. We are on the last 3.
Damn it.
Gio still not on the board. Michael has 7 points, and Galvin is your leader by 3. He's winning with 10.
Oh, man.
All right.
Activated.
Way to do it.
Well, you're going for 3 in a row.
Cue words. Last 3. Here we go. A slight objection or criticism.
Quandary.
A slight objection or criticism.
Oh, I think I know.
What? Tell me.
No, I can't tell you.
Quibble.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
These are tricky. A peculiar habit.
Quirk.
Galvin. And your last one.
Quarter.
This is the definition.
Son of a bitch.
Strange.
Queer.
Galvin.
Queer.
Queer.
Your final score, Gio not on the board
Damn it.
whatsoever.
Oh,
Michael
that's-
with 7, and Galvin is your triumphant champion today. He won with 12.
Kachaya! Woo, 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 woo! Trademark 2020.
I did not get 3 in a row.
No.
No.
Galvin, pick a line.
I'm going to go with line 4.
And 4. Good morning. Who's this? Zach. How you doing, sir?
Good. How are you?
Good. All right. I'm putting you on hold. You're boring. Carmen Zach's online.
Zach
Somebody
just
threw
woke-
up his name.
Zach just woke up.
Zach's on line 4. You can hook him up with those awesome Avril Lavigne or Cage the Elephant tickets.
Yes.
What do we have coming up in news, Galvin?
Coming up in news today, rich bitch, skinny talk, and crying for candy.
All right, Galvin, as your news, we'll take a quick break. We'll do that next. Cody Tucker will. Man, what's wrong with me today? Cody Tuck.
Oh.
Take 3. Now you're going for 3 in a row.
Okay, here we go. Galvin will have your news next. Cody Tucker will join us in the 8 o'clock hour. Lee Syed will be here in the 9 o'clock hour. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. And I'm happy to announce, Galvin, that Pitbull Toddler is kicking off its 2025 dive bar tour with a stop right here in Lutz at Whiskey Willie's.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I am so excited about that. You don't understand the lore and the legend of driving by Whiskey Willie's all these years, checking it out, going, I wonder what they got going on there.
What's
And
happening?
hearing all the stories. And I remember one time Coco called and said, you should go to Whiskey Willie's. He's like, it's a good bar, but you'll leave there smelling like a cigarette. You know, they don't have smoking anymore. You can't smoke in there. Yeah, I went in there with Pete and it didn't even smell. And I was like, oh, great. So we're playing there, small stage, tight quarters, fun time. We went in there on a night they were doing karaoke, and the karaoke singer stunk, and it was still a great time.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to being there. That's happening on the 20th of June. It is a Friday night. We'll be out there from 9:30 to 11:30 with Pitbull Toddler. Will you at least come to that one?
That's going to be packed.
Oh,
yes.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like they're usually packed without us. So
Yeah.
put us in there, and yeah.
That I will be at. Yeah, for sure.
I think that's going to be a lot like the
Decoy Ducks.
Decoy Ducks, but also the place we played for St. Patrick's Day. I forget what it was, over in Lake Sarasota. Everybody was just on top of everybody. Remember? And it was low ceilings.
That was the yeah. Because I kept worried that Shane was going to go through the ceiling fan. That way, we just talked about this the other day. God damn it!
It wasn't O'Keefe's, was it?
No, it'll hit me. It's a Irish bar in Sarasota. Oh,
It was packed. I mean, it was just like a basement party. It was like,
That's kind of the vibe Whiskey Willie's has.
It's fun. That's fun though.
Yeah, it's
That's the most fun. That's what you want.
oh, yeah. That's going to be great.
Nothing's worse than, although I got to tell you, we played at Big Top Live. Big Top Live, we played outside and we played to 700 people, and we were like, they're so far away. And blah, blah. But then all of a sudden, once you start playing, they had like the Pied Piper. Everybody came in, and I was like, oh, this is great. We had a great time there. What is the name of that place? Somebody.
Is it Sarasota?
Yeah. It's Sarasota. It might be Bradenton. I don't know. Irish bar. Right there on like Cortez or one of those main roads.
Let's see.
Pete and I
Paddy
just
Wagon?
talked- No.
Clancy's.
That's
Yep.
it. Clancy's.
That was it.
We went in Clancy's.
Is there a strip club right next to there?
Clancy's?
Yeah.
I don't
You
think
don't
so.
know.
We probably would have been there if there was.
Paper Moon, does that still exist?
I'd never heard of the Paper Moon.
Yeah.
Not saying I've never been there.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
don't recall.
I remember like an Irish when I lived in Sarasota. I remember there was an Irish pub, and then there was like strip club right next to it. It was a good
Paper
spot.
Moon.
Yeah.
There was the one that was the strip club that was just like the long room that I went there with Dinah and somebody else, another girl, and Dinah saw her dentist there. That was uncomfortable. We went the Peekaboo Lounge.
Oh.
That was where we went, the Peekaboo. Oh. Anyway,
Yeah, Whiskey Willie's, I'm in.
you're in.
It's
Rough
like-
Shot Todd come out,
Yeah, I could probably bring him.
the whole Geo crew.
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes from my house.
All right, I'll be there.
In.
In
All right.
That's
Whiskey
the
Willie's, Luke's.
20th.
20th,
That a Friday?
9:30 to
Mhm.
11:30.
Oh, perfect.
Yep, relatively early for us. So, I'm sorry. I'm having the absolute worst panic attacks.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Right now, it's killing me.
Anything we can do? Maybe just stare at you while you're live on air, having a panic attack. Would
It's
that
so
help at
weird
all?
because I'm like, what is my option to get up and go inside and sit inside and have a panic attack? You know what I mean? Like, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, time to check in what Galvin has today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's top story, the Trump administration signed a proclamation Wednesday suspending travel to the U.S. for citizens from 12 countries.
Where?
Afghanistan,
I'm good. I'll tell you which one I'm good with.
Myanmar,
I don't even know what that is.
Chad.
Oh.
Sorry,
Oh,
Carmen.
Chad.
Sorry,
Hey,
Carmen.
no,
Daddy, daddy out.
he's here. He can stay.
I don't think so. Congo,
Okay.
Equatorial Guinea,
No, good enough guineas here.
Eritrea.
No, if I never heard of these
Have you
places,
ever
don't have
heard
to
of
know.
Eritrea?
No, I feel like this is the game where you make up a country and we
Right.
guess the one that's fake.
Eritrea, I looked it up. It's in East Africa.
Okay.
I did
Why
not-
are we so against Africa?
I'm not sure. Haiti,
Oh,
Iran,
okay.
Libya,
All right.
Somalia, Sudan, and Yemen.
I get why Iran and Syria and those sort of places.
Well-
why are we so much against Africa?
Citing national security interests, the proclamation states that the identified countries lack sufficient vetting and screening
Okay,
processes
before they leave.
needed to detect foreign nationals who may pose safety or terrorism threats to the U.S.
But we're good with China.
I guess.
China just got 2 guys arrested in China. They found a virus. What was it? It was a bacteria. It was a bacteria that they had in there that they thought that they would be used for chemical warfare. And they found it in their backpack, hidden in their backpacks.
Chemical
Those guys are
warfare
from
in
China.
the
Yeah,
backpack?
yeah. They were
Jeez.
bacteria used to make viruses.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And we said, come on in.
Well, they were in. They caught them while they had it here. So
Yeah.
they're not vetting those guys very well.
But
But
they,
we're afraid of China.
they still had the records to find them. Maybe that's what it means.
I don't know. All I know is the Haitian people never really bother us.
Yeah, sorry, Chad.
No.
Well, the proclamation also partially restricted entrances for nationals of 7 other countries: Burundi,
Burundi.
Burundi,
Burundi is good. Burundi's out.
Cuba,
Cuba.
asshole. You want to
All right.
repronounce that
Heard
one?
of that one?
Sierra Leone, Togo. Got anything for that?
Togo.
Turkmenistan,
Oh.
That's where Borat's from.
and Venezuela.
Oh. Man.
So the Cubans can't come to the U.S.
Well, they couldn't. They could only come here under
Right.
political asylum.
Other considerations included countries' information sharing policies, presence of terrorists, visa overstay rates, and whether citizens who are sent back are readily accepted, it said. The ban is set to take effect on Monday at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time.
Now, does this also mean we can't travel there?
It
To
doesn't say.
Turkmenistan?
Like, if I want to go to, or I was thinking Cuba. If I want to go to Cuba, can I still go?
What
Or
about Burundi?
Burundi? Travel ban, I guess.
Burundi.
I want to go now just so we could see how they pronounce it.
Yep.
Where is Burundi?
By the beach.
I'm not going. I hate the beach.
Actually, you know what? We're both wrong.
I have no idea what it is.
It's Burundi.
Burundi.
Where is that? Does it say?
Let me see. Burundi, if I move this, is near Rwanda.
Oh, I'm not
It
going
is
there.
in. Let's see.
I'm out. You
East
had me at-
Africa.
You had me
Also
at Rwanda.
East Africa.
Yeah.
Population over 14 million. Wow.
Burundi.
We hardly knew you.
Burundi.
Poor Chad.
Yeah,
He's
that
fine.
sucks.
He's
They call him
here.
out by name.
Yeah.
No, but he's a citizen. He can stay.
Can you still cover the rent, Carmen, without him being here now?
Better get on that OnlyFans.
Listen, with the money that I get for turning him in, I'll help you out with it. I'm definitely getting some money for that. The Edmonton Oilers swore things would be different in their Stanley Cup final rematch with the Florida Panthers. They proved it with Game 1 with an impressive comeback and a 4-3 win in overtime. Game 2 is scheduled for Friday night in Edmonton as well.
We're going games all 7, I think.
I don't think so. I
No?
think it's I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
You
Totally
know.
could be.
You usually know.
It totally could be, but I think it's going to be Oilers in 6.
Yeah. If game 1's overtime, to me, I'm like, oh, we're going 7.
It started out great, and you knew that it was going to be high scoring. And I mean, 4-3 overtime. Still,
Yeah.
I mean, 7 goals in there. That's pretty good. But yeah, it was great, and it was a bit of a comeback because Edmonton scored first, and then Panthers scored 3, and they came back, scored 2 to tie it, and then in overtime,
Wow.
Draisaitl had Draisaitl had the first goal and the last goal. Yeah,
Like I said, I'm very torn because I don't want Canada to get a cup.
Yeah.
But I also don't want the Panthers to get back-to-back
Repeat,
cups.
yeah.
Right.
Because that takes away from the Lightning.
Yeah.
But then sometimes you want the team that knocked you out to go on to win.
Right. That's
'Cause
how
you're
good
like,
they were.
Yeah, we
and
got
it's
knocked
also Florida, and it's America,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Yeah, we got
Say-
knocked out by the champs.
yeah.
I don't care that much.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of hockey, Tampa Bay Lightning forward Nikita Kucherov was named the winner of the Ted Lindsay Award for the second time in his career on Wednesday. The NHL trophy is presented annually to the league's most outstanding player as voted by the NHL Players Association.
Well, that's good.
Cooch!
That's good. You get by your peers. That's a good award to get.
Yeah. So congratulations to Kucherov on that. And then sticking with sports, Game 1 of the Thunder and the Pacers in the NBA Finals is on tonight at 8:30 p.m. Thunder in 5.
What do you got for us betting wise? When are we getting those?
Thunder in 5.
Yeah.
Today after the show, I'll put out some stats.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'd like to see some information.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
to make basketball interesting.
I would say, never mind. I'll put this stuff out. But yeah, I think it's going to be Thunder in 5. Pacers are good, but I think Thunder just has a deeper bench, and they're going to take it
All right.
easily.
All right.
Do you go to Costco?
I do.
Well, I have some good news for you.
Okay.
Costco is testing a scan and go checkout system similar to the one at Sam's Club, allowing customers to scan items with their phones, build a digital cart, and then pay through an app. This idea could fix the checkout lines. You got long checkout lines. This way you're just doing it all on your phone. And not everybody's doing it. A lot of people are still going to go to the checkout line.
But how do they determine whether or not you're stealing or, you know what I'm saying?
Because when you go, like, I don't know if you've been to Sam's recently, but they have like this little tower
Yeah.
Okay,
that
so
you
it's-
walk through
yeah.
and it's scanning your cart and your receipt at the same time.
Okay.
And so if there's something that you didn't scan, then the person will stop you.
Okay. All right.
So basically they're holding their little machine and it will tell them good, no. And that, so if it,
I like that.
Yeah.
That gets in and out. Plus, you can bring your little bags, and you can put all your freezer stuff in one bag, and yeah, I like that. That's a good idea.
We go to Sam's all the time, and we've been using the Scan and Go for several years. When I see people waiting in these big long lines, I'm like, "What are you doing?"
no idea.
Yeah, it's so easy. It's so great. Every store should have
You
it.
know what those people are? I'm not using computers to help me.
It's the
Hey,
best.
Cool. Well, then wait in line, idiot.
we use Chad's mom's Sam's thing.
Swarm.
Oh.
But no, Chad is on it. Chad is on the membership, you know what I
Okay.
mean? But she can't remember her password.
Oh, no.
So we can't log into the Sam's app to be able to do
Scan and
it.
go. It's so great.
I've asked a million times, and she's like, yeah, 1 second, and then
It's
she
her
forgets.
password's White Devil 69.
No,
Yep.
no.
You scan as you go. You just scan with your
Yeah.
phone and then hit pay, and it's already linked to your card, and you just walk out.
Trust me,
that's
I
great.
would love to be able to do that.
So why can't you help her change her password?
Well, I will,
Yeah.
eventually, but right now it's not the time.
Yeah.
And then
With
and
Chad being deported.
and then on top of that, anytime I go, I'll be like, okay, I'll text her when I get home, and then I just forget until the next time I go. You know what I mean? Like it's out of sight, out of mind type of thing. It's not that important.
So,
And
so I go to Costco. Costco never had this technology, so now I gotta go try this out.
Yeah.
Great. Really, every store should do it.
And you could even go on the app beforehand and make your grocery list and just mark it off as you scan it.
Oh, that's pretty good too.
Yeah.
I got gas at Costco the other day, and I went up to it and scanned my card on the pump before I got gas. I was so proud of myself. I said, "Oh, I am a functioning adult."
Did you get a chicken bake or a double chunk chocolate cookie?
No, I didn't go inside, and if I saw those guys, I'd go the other way at this point.
They're so huge.
They're fine. They made a niche. It's the fat mother that really bugs me.
Yeah.
Fat mother.
It's like
I'm Mama Justice. Shut up.
they're trying real hard to make it about the whole family.
Yeah, it's not. It's about the little fat kid and the wannabe wrestler
But he's not
father.
a kid anymore.
He's a kid. He's
Yeah,
in
he's
high school.
he's only like 9 or
no,
10.
he's older than that.
No, he's not. He's a
Yeah,
teenager.
he's like 13.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Really?
I bet I think he's like 10 or 11.
He needs to cut back on the double chunk chocolate
Yeah.
cookies.
Yeah. Maybe middle school.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's what I think, like 12 or 13.
Okay, he's 13.
Yeah.
So
So I nailed it.
Oh,
Double chunk chocolate kid.
they need to switch up the diet then.
No.
Yeah,
he's-
no, he'll be dead by the
Maybe
time he's
single
20.
chunk.
he's the new Honey Boo Boo.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the new Honey Boom Boom. Honey Boom Boom.
I still have the dad's phone number.
You do?
Yeah, because he was going to come on the show.
Yeah. If they were to come in the studio, I would have them on, but I'm not talking to them on the
yeah.
phone. I mean, they do have an interesting story. I wouldn't mind finding out. I mean, it's amazing how all of a sudden they're doing the boom with Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, they're way too big to come in the studio.
Yeah, well.
It's
Whatever. They were
weird.
shooting content in Newport Richie.
I
It's,
just saw him throw out the first pitch of the Yankees game.
Yeah. Boom.
it's weird because it seems like a lot of people that are trying to become social media stars, like influencer or whatever, it just go by the wayside. And a lot of times it's just lightning in a bottle and it happens.
Yeah.
But to see somebody who clearly wanted to be a star, wanted to be famous and stuff, become famous, it's like, wow, that's weird. Got through.
That guy did it. They did it smart, though, because right away, when they went viral off the one video, they started then collaborating with bigger names.
Yeah.
Like they did a bunch of stuff with Mr. Beast, and they started reaching out to all these other influencers, which then pushes them up even further.
Right.
You know?
So I get a bunch of people that add me on Instagram and their bio or some always just DM me for collaboration, and I think I would never. What is the
That's the way to build your brand, though.
I got added by a dog yesterday. The dog had its own Instagram and it had like 11,000 followers and said DM me for a collab, and I said no, this one I might do.
Yeah.
I might collab with the
Do it.
dog.
The
yeah.
collab's where it's at.
Speaking of social media and stuff, are you still on TikTok or no? Or
I mean, I have it.
you have it?
Yes.
Do you have it? Carmen, do you do anything on TikTok?
Yes, I'm trying to actually grow mine right now.
Oh.
Follow me, Sandy.Carmen.
Guess what?
Joe, have you ever heard of TikTok?
I have, but I deleted my TikTok.
I never had TikTok, and people will send me stuff for TikTok, and I'm like, I can't open this because
Yeah.
it tries to make me download the app, and I can't do it, whatever. Do you know what Skinny Talk is?
Skinny Talk?
Talk. Like TikTok, Skinny Talk.
No, I don't know. I'd be on Fat Talk.
I bet it's like all the skinny recipes and stuff that people share.
Well, it might be some of that stuff, but it says TikTok has banned the hashtag Skinny Talk
Why?
around the world in response. So you can nowhere on TikTok can you hashtag that in response to pressure from the French government, which pressed the issue directly with social media. The decision comes after scrutiny on the video platform over the widespread use of Skinny Talk hashtag used to promote unhealthy eating, especially by young women.
Oh.
Oh.
Isn't that weird that
Double
they're
chunk
banning
chocolate
that?
cookies is allowed, but the Skinny
Exactly.
Talk isn't.
And you're banning hashtags and stuff. You can still have hashtag I hate your face or hashtag you're the worst mother or
So-
whatever it is.
There's skinny shaming. people?
Yeah, but these are like people who are like fasting for days or they're eating like they're
unhealthy,
like malnutritioned. You know what I mean? Like and of course they're pushing this to young.
So it's like self-harm.
Young girls, right? And the only reason why they can't do this was like the double chunk because there's no hashtag for it. You know what I mean?
That makes more sense what you're saying, Carmen. I wasn't quite understanding what Galvin was saying, but I get it now.
Yeah.
But it's also like, I don't know. You start. Then you got to ban everything.
It's one effort to do. We're trying to do one thing right. You know what I mean? They're trying to do one thing right.
And again, because it has a hashtag, like it's not hashtag fatties. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm sure I could find a hashtag murder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or fatties.
Hashtag.
Yeah, but some of that stuff does get flagged. I know it does on Instagram.
I hashtag for the first time in my life yesterday Brett Favre wiener pic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, but did you see how many? Because Instagram will show you, and so does TikTok. It will show you how many other people have used that hashtag.
Right.
So I bet, for the murder, or I bet murder gets flagged, anything, because that's why people say like unalive themselves.
Yeah.
You don't say suicide anymore because that gets flagged.
It pushes you down in the algorithm.
Right.
It doesn't get your stuff out.
So I bet the hashtag skinny talk is like millions and millions of people have used it. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit easier and more controlled in that sense. So it's easier to ban that than it would be something that's not used as much.
Just don't ban the plus size park hoppers. I love those chicks.
Oh, they're great.
It's funny, Carmen. So I just tried to put up a picture on Instagram and hashtag murder, and murder does not come up.
Really?
Yeah. So again, like there's ones that are banned that we just don't hear about. You know what I mean? Or it's probably like almost like
shadow banned.
Yeah.
Now, if I put hashtag killed, 333,000 posts have killed.
But that's low.
But also, it's like I killed it in that game.
Right. But also, I was saying I murdered it.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. So again, it's
what are all the local comedians put when they do good on stage? I murdered on stage tonight. No, you didn't.
I remember one time you were doing like a live thing, and then I typed "I hate Spanish." And it gave me a warning for hate speech.
Hate speech. I got that
it
too.
Didn't know it was Spanish.
It
was like
person.
Thought I was like Spanish people.
Spanish speakers.
It's so funny. I typed that too.
Yeah, I got a warning for hate speech.
What are some good reasons to pepper spray somebody?
If they get too close to your camera.
Yes.
I've seen that on Long Island Audit.
Yeah, no, but like think about it. Like if somebody broke into your house and you didn't have a gun and you pepper sprayed them.
Right.
Sure. If anybody was approaching you, attacking you, you don't want to kill them. You don't want to use lethal force. So yeah.
What about maybe an 81-year-old woman from Ocala, Florida, who was arrested last week for allegedly pepper spraying 2 young girls, ages 3 and 6.
Oh my God.
What?
But she had a good reason. She didn't like how they were playing with their bubbles.
Oh, brother.
Oh yeah, you got to teach them a lesson.
That lady's crazy.
Yeah, you're
like at that age, like she
81. Yeah, you've lost your mind.
I'm 81.
Yeah,
she needs assistance.
She went out and pepper sprayed a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old that were playing with bubbles.
That's brutal.
That's when you take that lady and put her in a home. After that, you're like, you're too
right.
You can't make decisions anymore.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
That's wild. That's like the people you've seen it before, and whether it's real or not. A little kid out there playing with chalk on the sidewalk, and somebody comes and sprays it. HOA doesn't allow this. And
also, who doesn't like bubbles?
Yeah,
who gets mad at bubbles?
I love. Have you seen like the babies, like real young, and it's the first time using bubbles, and they instantly put it in their mouth?
Yeah.
Those are my favorite.
Oh, Carmen, I wish you had a baby.
Listen, I don't. You
could do puzzles together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, then I'd have to watch it and make sure it doesn't eat my puzzle pieces.
It's true. A couple of years of that.
Plus, at your age now, you're becoming high risk.
Next year, I'm a high risk,
Yeah.
Gio. Actually, next year it's considered a geriatric.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
My mom was, I think, 38 when she had me.
Ooh, Carmen.
And I remember saying that because we were talking about something. And I go, oh, statistically, anybody who has a baby over 35, the kid's going to have mental problems. My mom goes, I was 38 when I had you. And I went, damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
But there was a study that just came out. Women who have children after the age of 35 are have a higher chance of living past 90. And women who have, or 80, and then women who have children over 40 have a higher chance of living past 90.
Wow.
So,
will you still have Chad's baby before he's deported?
Yeah, you know what?
Anchor baby.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah, keep
Yeah.
him in this country.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh.
That's how we keep them.
Carmen, I would babysit for that baby.
Okay, thank you.
I
No
would.
kissing them. No kissing
That's
them.
fine.
No
No
pictures.
pictures.
I just want to
Yeah.
smell his head.
No,
I just want to smell his little baby head.
A little chambo baby.
My wife and I were watching something the other day. I think it was one of the 90 Day Fiancés, and there was a kid that was on there, and the kid was probably, I don't know, 5 or something like that. It was just an annoying kid, and I said to my wife, I go, I hate kids, and then I punched the air.
Oh, wow. Wow. It's aggressive.
That lady pepper spraying the kids. I'm like, hear her out.
Some 3 and 6, maybe not. If it was 9 and 12, I'd understand a little spray.
Too bad you have some good ideas. Do you lock your door when you're just running out for like a quick
everything.
errand?
The minute I turn around, I lock the door.
You lock the door.
I
for
open
everything.
the door to let the guy in. I lock it as soon as he leaves.
I lock it. Yeah, you got to lock your
Yeah.
door. What are you crazy not
I've
locking your
had
door?
guys walk in my house before.
Only 25% of Americans say they always lock their door.
Oh, no way.
Some of us lock it up no matter what, how long we're going to be or anything like that. Like you said, like most people do. 7% of people said they even lock the door when they go to check the mail.
Yeah. Oh, like when you walk into the mailbox
Yeah,
from outside.
no.
No. But nothing bugs me more than we have a lot of little doors, like French doors that go out to the patio. And we have the one that we go through to walk the dogs. We have the one that we go through, like if you're going by the pool, you know. And I'm the only one who makes sure every night I lock all those doors. I'm the only one. The other day I went out in the gym and there's a little patio out there, and I look at the door and it's almost like ajar a little bit, and it's unlocked. So I pull it. I go, Jesus Christ, who's going out on that porch? And man, this is Juliana wanted to get her bike helmet the other day. I go, so it's been open for 3 days. 3 days. This family vulnerable while we sleep.
Closing doors and
Ridiculous.
shutting lights, Michael. That's my
The
job.
crazy thing is, when we had the intruders here, the fact that the cleaning crew is here and all those doors were unlocked because they were cleaning.
Yes.
Like that's
why they got away.
That's how they got away so fast. Like I've never seen anybody else use those doors.
No, those doors were never open, let alone they're never unlocked. They were wide open, and that's how they got away.
I had one time whenever I was coming to work and go out the front door and I go to lock it and I go to put my key in the lock and there's keys already in there. My son left his keys in the front door.
I've done that.
And I was like, that's not helping anyone.
All my locks will lock automatically after a couple of minutes.
Oh, that's good.
Electronic.
Yeah.
I'm so old. The Hummer idled so well that sometimes I'd get out of the Hummer and forget to shut it. I go back out later, it was still on. Jesus. Yeah.
Today is, I don't think you're going to like it. I'm, whoever
Grundy
is.
Day?
No, whoever may be interested in this, but I don't think they're going to like it. Today is National Veggie Burger Day.
Oh, man.
Okay.
No.
Listen, a black bean burger.
No.
It's I know, Gio.
You're
I
not-
know. Not for you.
I just feel like you shouldn't even be able to call that a burger.
But sometimes I don't know what it is right now. I really like beans. Okay, I've been putting beans in on everything.
Yeah, we heard the other day, burpee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a black bean burger, the right one.
It's a black bean sandwich, not a burger.
Yeah, it's funny because it came out like, with the Impossible Burger and all this different stuff, and then we found out how bad all that stuff is for you. Yeah, if you're using actual vegetables, and that's one of the biggest ones is the black bean, doing that, whatever. I agree with you. It's not a burger. That's like, chicken nuggets that aren't veggie chicken nuggets. Well, why are you saying chicken?
That is stolen valor. You should say it's a black bean sandwich.
Well, yeah, they like the
Patty.
people who are like, you're vegan or vegetarian, so why are you trying to make meat?
Right.
Yeah, because you like the texture, but
Yeah.
what's that? You say burger?
It didn't say burger.
You did. I heard it. Songs for Burger Guy.
I saw him by the food truck light. Cape blowing in the soft moonlight.
He's wearing a cape.
Plaid shirt hanging, spatula in hand. Flipping burgers like only he can. He caught my eye with that mustard grin. Said, "You hungry, darling?" I gave in. He wasn't just cooking, he was serving fate. And now I'm hooked on that grilling soulmate. Cause my heart's on the grill and he's turning it slow. Got me sizzling deep with that burger glow. He don't need roses, don't need a ring. Just fire and beef and the love he brings. I never knew love could taste so real. Yeah, my heart's on the grill.
Wow, Gio, man. People People are loving Gio's Burger Guy.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's so good. I'm glad that it exists.
Listen, you start having pop-up burger things, whatever, and start making a bunch of money. You're gonna love being Burger Guy.
Yeah, it sounds great.
What?
Do it.
What sounds great?
He rolls into town.
I love my
with a
song.
cooler and
Oh no, this is his song still.
This is Gio's other song.
Damn it.
This is Burger Guy.
He rolls into town with a cooler and a plant, FSU cap and a spatula in hand. His shirt's untucked, mustard on his hip with a smile so wide and a confident grip. He don't chase fame, don't need no applause, just a flame and a patty and a noble cause. He ain't here to brag, ain't here to lie. He's just doing the Lord's work. He's Burger Guy.
Yeah.
He's the man
Yeah.
clad with a cape on his back.
Thank you, Burger Guy.
The pictures that Joe's showing.
Yeah, I've noticed now there's a ton of pictures
Oh, yeah.
slowly making their way onto the goddamn internet.
It's got you with Lee Harvey Oswald in the background.
Yeah.
It's-
One where I'm
Burger Guy travels through history to fight crime.
I saw the one where I'm meeting with Zelensky and
Yep.
Donald Trump.
Making peace.
Thanks, Burger
Thanks,
Guy.
Burger Guy.
That's great. Awesome.
So Forbes released its 2025 list of the country's 100 richest self-made women.
Oh.
I have the celebrities out of them because obviously there's a lot of women that are self-made rich that we don't necessarily know.
I feel like there's not a lot of self-made ones. They were all given their money.
Well, there's a Spanx lady.
Yeah, who lives right over in Clearwater, right?
Yeah. Well, she did.
What's her? J.K. Rowling.
You're looking for famous people. You say J.K. Rowling.
Harry Potter
is not on the list.
What?
Not for 2025.
This guy
Kim
watched
Swift?
2 Harry Potters yesterday.
Oh, they're
I
always
love Harry Potter.
fantastic.
Carmen Taylor Swift has $1.6 billion.
Yep.
uh,
Out of the celebrities, she comes in number 3.
Kardashian.
Jenner.
And
Kim
Jenner.
Kardashian, 1.7 billion. So just just a little bit more than Taylor Swift. $1.7 billion. Who else? What other famous?
Oh, Rihanna.
Rihanna.
Oh,
Carmen's
yeah.
crushing it. She has $1 billion.
Selena Gomez.
Selena Gomez comes in $700 million.
Oh,
Ooh.
Haley Bieber.
By the way, you said Jenner. Jenner also $670 million. Yeah, Kylie Jenner. Who did you say, Carmen?
Haley Bieber. She just sold her makeup company.
Oh, yeah. I don't know whether they got it in under the wire for that or not,
Oh,
but she is
okay.
not on here.
Imagine Stephen Baldwin trying so hard to be an actor, made
Yeah.
some good movies. His brothers are crushing it, and his daughter just became a billionaire. And he's like, "What's going on?"
He's got a podcast. Some of the other ones that are on here is Judge Judy, $580 million.
Wow.
Celine Dion, $570 million. Barbara Streisand, $510 million.
So Judge Judy doesn't do Judge Judy anymore, but she's still on TV. She's Judy Justice now.
Oh yeah.
Because I think now she owns, like, she sold her
Did
back
all-
catalog,
yeah.
and now she still does it. That's pretty smart if you're able to. Yeah, you can have the old stuff, but I'm still going to do the same stuff with a different name.
Right. Yeah.
So if it's like I sold the Cowhead Show, but all the Mike Calta Show is mine.
right.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Judge Judy money.
Serena Williams, $350 million. Katy Perry, $360. Reese Witherspoon, $440 million. You guys didn't get number 1 yet, though.
The number one self-made, is it Bezos' ex-wife?
No. Well, that would be.
I know. I
not
didn't know if
self-made.
they counted that.
Can
Yeah.
you tell us what realm or
She's been rich for a long time, and she's self-made. And
Oprah?
Yep, there you go. Oprah still crushing it, man. So you have Rihanna with $1 billion, Taylor Swift $1.6 billion, Kim Kardashian $1.7 billion, Oprah $3.1 billion.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
That's just in a year, or is it like her whole?
It says 2025 list of the country's
she's worth.
richest. Yeah, so what she's worth. That's
Gotcha.
not just the
$3
one.
billion.
$3.1 billion for Oprah.
That's not even money. That's just wealth.
Yeah, that's just you to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And
That-
do you think she had any idea when she started out
No.
that she was
way.
going to be?
Do you
know-
remember she was doing crack?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember that? You
Yeah.
know that story? Oprah was doing crack, and they threatened to blackmail her. And then how many times she's been fat and not fat, and
But
Was she doing crack before she got famous, or
yeah,
well?
I think it was
like-
it was well before like the Oprah days. I think it was when she was like a news anchor or news reporter, and she had like a baby daddy and or some guy, and that guy got her into drugs, and then like hung it over her head for a while. And then finally she just came out with it.
Yeah.
I think she was like in the right place at the right time to like build that career. Like you couldn't do that. Nobody's gonna do that today.
I see,
With
but
the internet and
but
stuff.
see, I disagree because what she did was at the time before she got her show, the only ones that really existed were Phil Donahue.
Right.
Phil Donahue was the only one, and she came out. She was a woman.
That's what I
she
mean.
was a black woman. She did it like I don't think that I don't
Like,
think she was right place at the right time. I think she made it.
But she was the only person that was given that opportunity. Like I think
she's took that opportunity.
Nobody you can't replicate her success.
Yeah,
today.
I think both of you are right.
Yeah,
what you're saying.
yeah.
I think you're not saying opposite things. I think
Like,
both of you are right.
She was pre-internet. She was the first one in.
Right.
She was ready for it, and it was the right time.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that whole thing, whatever, it came together perfectly.
Yeah, I'm not taking away with what she did, but like she was like the right person to do it at the right time and took the initiative to be, the first.
Yeah, and what you're
woman.
saying, we'll never see that happen again.
No, I don't think so.
To that magnitude.
It's
stuff.
pre-internet. You know what I mean?
My oldest brother Tom was on the Oprah Winfrey Show.
Shut up.
In the audience.
Oh.
And she was going through the audience, him and his buddy Chris, and they have people who are going to ask questions, and Oprah was in the audience, and she goes, and you had a question, and put the mic in front of my brother Tom, and he goes, no, him. his buddy Chris asked a question. He was like, no, him. And I go, hey, cool.
Like there's no next Oprah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There will be.
Man,
There will
but
be, and it'll be on the internet. It won't be on TV anymore.
I think it's just so flooded now with everybody.
Right.
So
But
many people.
I think Joe Rogan is the next Oprah. I think it's not the same. Like TV will never have another Oprah like
Right.
that. It's not necessary. It's not the way the world changed. Joe Rogan is the next Oprah. There's never going to be another Howard Stern because radio's going away. You know what I mean? It's that sort of thing.
I think like back then though, it was such a small group of people. Like if you were on television, you were like part of a very small.
Yeah.
Now it's wide open to
Any
any
idiot can go to Radio
anybody.
Shack and have their own TV show in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So they made it very easy. They made it very easy for other people to just come in and steal our jobs right from underneath us.
Speaking of celebrities with money, Eminem's 8 Mile Style publishing company is suing Meta for $109 million for allegedly using his music across its platforms without his permission.
Yeah, I saw that, but I gotta think that Meta probably is Meta using it, or is it just available for other people to post?
I don't know, but we see this all the time where you're like, how did they not ask? I don't know whether they didn't get the proper form signed or what happened exactly. Yeah, but I mean, you gotta, if it's somebody else's art and you're taking and using it's copyrighted, you can't do that.
The other thing is that the first time they started using it, Eminem went, and his lawyer said, no. Let it build up until it's now worth $100 million.
Until they have to use it. And exactly.
And then Meta goes, okay, just write him $100 million check.
Is this something you would want to go to? Tommy Boy Fest. Tommy Boy Fest.
I can't. I don't know. I mean, if without Chris Farley, maybe not, but it's possible.
Is Spade there? I'll go if David Spade is there.
You would think, whatever. So far, he's not, but, maybe he shows up. We'll see. It goes down on August 7th through August 9th in Sandusky, Ohio, where the movie was set. Director Peter Siegel will be there along with the actual car from the movie that they took the road trip in. This year actually marks the 30th anniversary of Tommy Boy.
We are old.
Yeah, 30th anniversary of Tommy Boy.
Still holds up. Great movie.
Great movie. So many good lines in there and stuff. And speaking of big fat funny guys, I'm telling you right now, I'm absolutely crying watching this documentary. 100%. The documentary John Candy, I Like Me, will hit Prime Video on October 10th.
You'll cry?
Oh, 100%. Just that line alone. I like me. You know,
he's never seen it. Yeah. He's never seen it.
You're the worst. You're the worst.
Yes, 100%.
You're the worst.
Yeah. It every time it gets you.
Oh, do you know that Steve Martin was talking about it, and it was a much longer speech?
Really?
Yeah, and he said that he did the whole thing, recited the whole thing, whatever, but they cut it. He goes, I for time or for the continuity of the film, whatever, they cut it down to that. He goes, but just that part, is so hard hitting.
The look on his face. Just what an actor.
But it's directed by Colin Hanks and produced by Ryan Reynolds.
Colin Hanks, good filmmaker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ryan Reynolds, I know, is a big Canadian guy. I know he liked John Candy.
John Candy, I Like Me will hit Prime Video on October 10th. By the way, speaking of videos that are out now, the season 2 of Tires is on Netflix. I watched an episode on my way here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, did it come out last night?
Yeah, it came out. Yeah, midnight last night.
This season's 12 episodes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And they have a lot of different people in there. John Lovitz is on the first episode. I know Vince Vaughn shows up in there. What's his name that was on Wings and was in Sideways and all those things. He's one of those
Thomas
guys.
Hayden Church.
Thomas Hayden Church. There you go. I know I think he plays Shane's father.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
He shows up and stuff. So I saw from the trailer there's a bunch of different people, obviously successful, and now they have a season 2, they have more money, all this stuff. So now everybody wants to be involved in that.
Good for him.
Yeah, so I'll definitely check that out. I'm sure I'll binge watch the whole season today. In the Diddy trial, giving you the Diddy updates, the Diddy trial yesterday, a woman testified that Diddy dangled her over a 17th floor balcony.
Stole that from Suge.
Right. He was like, I'll give you the Suge Knight.
Yeah.
And dangled her over. Could you imagine if somebody was to dangle me off the 17th floor balcony of a building? If I live, I'm going to kill them.
Sure. That's the thing. They do that to scare you.
Right.
Yeah.
But I would do whatever I had to do to get down. And then once I got down, I would throw them off the balcony.
Yeah. Or at a later date,
Yeah.
kill
I'm
them
with you.
somehow. Yeah.
But if she testifies that, how do you prove it's...
You don't.
Yeah. There's
You
no
can't
way.
prove any of this stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you can prove what they have on video, him beating up Cassie.
Yeah.
And you can maybe prove other stuff by.
And the jury thinks, well, this sounds right in his wheelhouse.
Yeah.
That's, I guess, what you put it out there for.
And if you have enough people all together and they're saying the same thing against you, and they can corroborate the different stuff, it's I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm sure that he's not going to get hit for everything that he did, but if he gets hit for 30% of it, he's probably going to be in jail for the rest of his life.
I still don't know what he did.
Well,
Other than the
I'm
Cassie
saying,
stuff.
the stuff
Right.
that they're accusing him of
Yeah.
is sex trafficking, rape, beating women, dangling them off, kidnapping, interstate stuff,
Yeah.
So if all the stuff that he's accused of, if they get him on 30% of it, he's in jail for life.
Crazy. Like things weren't good enough for him that he didn't have to do half of this stuff. Like you had so much action already. You were banging J-Lo for the love of God.
Yeah, but
Was he?
Why?
Or was he watching other men bang J-Lo?
Listen, I don't know. Whatever he's into.
Either way, I'm down.
Yep.
Wait, what?
Well, I mean, whatever he's into,
Hey,
he
we all
was
watch
getting.
porn.
Yeah.
You tell me you wouldn't watch J-Lo get banged out?
I don't in live in person.
I'm in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not like gay. I'm just I don't know.
It's
Maybe-
J-Lo.
Yeah.
But,
I probably would. I'm not saying no, definitely not. I'm trying to picture it.
Hang on. What
Yeah.
if we put it on a webcam for you, weirdo?
All right.
Yeah.
That I would do.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh.
Exactly.
And watch it on my phone.
After all the stories, I don't like J-Lo anymore.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I like it more.
She just seems like such a C word.
Ben Affleck went back once. He was there and then he went back.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that
and
shows you how
still left.
how hot she is, and then he still left.
Yeah, like how does she able to woo these guys back after
Because
just
she's got J-Lo powers. But then Ben Affleck went back and remembered him smoking that cigarette, and he was like,
Yeah.
now I remember why I
He
left.
went back and she said,
Yeah.
taco kisses.
I would love to meet Ben Affleck.
Dude, I would
Yeah.
love to have an off like mic conversation, like
Right.
the conversation we had with Kevin Smith about Jeff Garland.
Yes.
We can never betray Kevin Smith and talk about that stuff on the air, but that conversation we had, that's the kind of conversation
Yeah.
I like to have with Ben Affleck.
I just think Affleck would be really cool in person.
Yes, I'm with you on that. I think he'd be great. I like his movies. It was funny because when that came out and they were going to like the Academy Awards together and they were young guys, you
Yeah.
wanted to dislike them, but you ended up liking them so much.
Well, he was on with Theo, and it was great.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
And
He
that's-
seems like he's very cool.
yeah.
By the way, speaking of Kevin Smith, did you see he was on with Bert?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was on with Bert. I saw him on Rich Eisen the other day. I mean, obviously he's doing the tour
Dog-
and doing this stuff, whatever, talking about
Yeah,
it.
Dogma comes out in theaters this weekend.
But he was talking to Rich Eisen. He was saying about trying to get an actor in a movie, and he said, I made Clerks, and the guy's like, never heard of it, and he goes, oh, Chasing Amy, and he's like, no idea.
Yeah.
And he kept on going through stuff, and he goes, well, if you don't know that, you're not going to know this.
Yeah.
But he goes, I was a producer on Good Will Hunting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I think I did know that.
Yeah.
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 Because I mean, he's known those guys forever, but yeah, that's pretty interesting.
So, and I think he did. He gets credit for some of the writing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
I think he was one of the first people to read the script.
Yeah.
Because he always makes the joke that if Ben Affleck didn't like his lines, he's like, well, you go write a movie. And he did. And it was
He
Good
did.
Will
Yeah.
Hunting.
yeah.
Yeah. I saw some of the stuff with Bert and Kevin. That apparently, Kevin's making a new movie called Moose Jaws, and it's going to be Jaws except with a moose, and he wants Bert to start it.
Oh boy.
Okay.
It's like it takes place in Canada. It's Jaws, but it's with a moose.
Perfect.
And Bert's like 100%. I'm in.
100%.
It's funny because moose are like scary.
Yeah.
They're so big, and they'll attack and do that stuff. So yeah,
I gotta imagine it's just as good as Tusk.
oh,
I was waiting for. I wondered when he was here
forgot.
if you were gonna bring up Tusk.
You did though. You did one time bring it up to him and tell him.
Did
you
I?
did. Yeah, you did. You did.
Yeah.
did tell
Oh,
me
yeah,
that.
because he was, it's not for everyone. By the way, also with Bert, did you see he had the struts on too?
I did see that.
On Something's Burning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love the struts. They're great. Speaking of music, Metallica's guitarist Kirk Hammett will be at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino on Saturday, which is Metallica's night off here. They're playing Friday and Sunday. He's going to join the director of brand experience for Gibson Guitars for a discussion and an exhibition of sorts surrounding his new coffee table book collection, Kirk Hammett, so it has all his guitars and stuff. The event happens this Saturday, June 7th at 7 p.m. Tickets are still available starting at $33 on Ticketmaster. So if you want to go see Kirk Hammett over at Seminole Hard Rock.
And there is a Metallica pop-up store in Ybor City on 7th Avenue. I've seen a lot of pictures of it online. I haven't been there. It's just an old building that they just hung a banner on, and that's where all the merch is. So.
Also, if you're going over to the Hard Rock on Saturday to see Kirk, Hardwired, the Metallica tribute band, is playing, and they're really good.
Where are they playing? In the
cafe,
event?
I believe.
Oh, in the cafe.
Oh, maybe they're playing in the
event center.
Event center. Well, they're doing this in the event center, so I'm not sure. I'll have to look and see whatever. But they're over there in that area and
Ooh,
stuff.
I would like to go see that.
Hardwired?
Yeah, like if I was in the casino.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that.
They're good. They're really good.
So Wednesday, you were 75% locked in, going to Metallica.
Mm-hmm.
We're now 24 hours later. What are we looking at?
Same.
Still 75%.
Still 75%.
With
I've
Craig
already
Gass.
talked to Tom.
Oh.
And said to Tom,
can you drop me off on the field?
Can you drop me off as close to the stage as possible? And he said, yes, boss. And Tom reached out to me this morning during the show. He waited till we were on break, but during the show to ask me what time that I need to be picked up tomorrow. Wow. Tom is so... I don't know if it's his anxiety or just wanting to be ahead of this game, but he's you have to know at 8 a.m.
Nothing to slip through the cracks.
Well, I get it. I appreciate his efforts. That. Yeah, I'm not knocking him.
So when it's Thursday, you're still 75% locked in.
I might even say 80%.
Oh, yeah. Went up.
I might even say 80%.
Wow.
No. Although I have not spoken to Craig Gass, he doesn't get into town till tomorrow. So, I mean, also he could ruin the whole thing because I don't have tickets. So
he's got your ticket?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going in Gen Pop.
Come on. Actually, I think that's exactly where we're going. Gen Pop, yeah. I saw pictures of it online from Atlanta. It looks pretty hectic. Like he said to me, "Are you going?" And I said, "No, too many people." And he said, "Yeah, but if you come over here in this section, it's a lot better." And I said, "Okay, that I would do."
Yeah,
so we'll see how it works out.
It's a big stage.
Yeah,
it's a big setup, and it looks like it's pretty visible from anywhere you sit in there and stuff. I have pretty good seats. I'm front row, front section. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I didn't. The stage is high.
Yeah, it seems high.
Right. So I could have bought. Field or the pit was super expensive, whatever. But I got really good seats, and I think I'm going to be good where I am. We'll see.
Will you stand for most of the show or sit for the most of the show?
Stand. You have no choice.
I'm in the front row, so I can sit. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
And if somebody behind me, but the way that's tiered, it doesn't really matter.
So funny for Pearl Jam, I was in the back row, so same thing.
Yeah.
Because they were timed where I'm like, I'm just tired.
I mean, I'll probably stand.
Yeah.
But depending on who's behind me, if there's someone behind me that's small, I'll be like, I'll sit down.
That's like 2 hours of standing.
Or I'll be like, should have bought better tickets. Just give them East Coast elbows.
I'm not going currently, but I feel come Friday, I'm going to be hit with some serious FOMO.
Yeah, because of Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I like Metallica too. I love, I'd go see Metallica.
I don't want to see Ice Nine Kills. Although I guess they played at Janice last night.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
You're not going to get there for that anyways.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to.
Yeah, I think it starts at 6. So Limp Bizkit probably plays 7. They've been playing an hour set. And then Metallica probably like 8 to 11.
Right.
By the way, if you ever want to know any of that stuff, do you go to Setlist FM?
Yeah, I've been there before.
Yeah, that's really good. If you just put in like Metallica set list or whatever, it'll give you and it'll tell you
stage times, everything.
Like the other stadiums. So if they play in Jacksonville yesterday, let's just say they didn't, but it'll tell you when doors open, what time this band starts, what time this, and it'll show you what set list they played and stuff. So and a lot of times most bands will keep pretty much the same set list. Obviously, Metallica doing 2 different set lists for the Friday show from the Saturday show and stuff. But it's good because then you can be like, oh, okay, this is coming up. Or you can be like, all right, nothing. I want to see this song. I'm ready to get out of here.
Yeah, I'm guessing Ice Nine Kills probably does 40 minutes, 45, and then Limp Bizkit's doing an hour, and then Metallica probably does 2.5.
Yeah, and then Sunday, definitely, because I love Suicidal and Pantera, which is going to be great. And then Suicidal, it's such an interesting thing because Robert Trio used to be in Suicidal.
Yeah.
And then now in Metallica, and his son's in Suicidal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Jay Weinberg plays drums for Suicidal now.
Who's Matt Weinberg's son?
Max.
Yeah. Who
So
used to play for Slipknot.
You want to hear the list?
What do you got?
But this is only one night, so this is from the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Georgia.
Yeah, but I think
Georgia.
The playlist, though, they're switching up every night.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they're switching it a lot. That's the thing. It's not like a normal tour where, it's pretty much same.
This is pretty solid.
Yeah.
Creeping Death.
Nice.
For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Beautiful.
Cyanide.
Love it.
King Nothing.
All right.
Lux Eterna, which I love.
Yeah.
If Darkness Had a Son, then Kirk and Rob go out there and doodle, as they call it.
Yeah.
The Day That Never Comes, Fuel, Orion, Nothing Else Matters, Saber True, One, Seek and Destroy, Master of Puppets, Ender Sandman. That is pretty solid.
It's pretty solid. You gotta give me some Disposable Heroes and Battery though. Too.
Yeah, but that's probably night 2.
So if you get that one night, you're not getting it the next night. Like you're not getting Enter
Right.
Sandman and One and Ride the.
That's why I'm going to both.
Yeah, man. They got to split up the hits.
Yeah. You got to throw pepper over here, pepper over here. I didn't hear Master of Puppets in there. They got to do
Yeah,
Master.
it's got to be the next night.
Right.
Let me see.
Oh, now I want to go. It took me 10 minutes and now I'm back in. Damn it.
It's only showing me. Oh, wait. Hold on.
Favorite Metallica song? What would you say?
One.
One is your favorite Metallica
I love that song, yeah.
All right.
I like Bread Fan.
Bread Fan? Not even theirs. Cover.
Yeah, I like Bread Fan. I like, but I mean, as far as Metallica songs, I don't know. Master Puppets is.
Yeah, it's great. I would say Disposable Heroes is my number one. Creeping Death. Love it. We used to play it. Our band used to play it, and that was so fun. Such a good song.
All
Joe?
right, hold on here. I think I have night 2.
You a fan at all or no?
I am, but I don't really know any songs by name. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Enter Sandman.
I do know that one.
I can't imagine going to a Metallica show and not hearing Enter Sandman.
Yeah.
And you might not, I guess.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Unless you one or the other.
Right.
You're only going to hear it on one night.
Right.
Yeah. This is, it's only giving me the one night show, so I can't tell you what play.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably doing it wrong.
Yeah.
They started 8:50, and they were done. The whole show is 5 hours and 11 minutes.
So that's for that one though. So don't go and say Mike said they're starting at 8:50.
Yeah.
You know, I would just get there and
how am I not going?
through the stuff.
What an idiot.
What's wrong with you?
You idiot.
Yeah, I know.
Finally, in news, people on social media, this is pretty funny, are talking about the poor people habits they will never stop doing no matter how rich they get. So even if you won the lottery tomorrow and you had $800 million in your bank account, what are some poor people things that you would continue to do?
Listen, I got to tell you, Hamburger Helper is a great dinner in when you need
Carmen,
when you have a short amount of time.
If you had that kind of money, you would never cook.
Oh, I love cooking though. I enjoy cooking. I don't enjoy cleaning. You know what I mean? Like I would have someone do my dishes, but I actually enjoy cooking.
I think this is a perfect one. No matter how rich you get, you'll always squeeze the last little bit of toothpaste out, or lotion, or doing anything. Maybe even cutting the container open to get it out and do that. Always checking the clearance section at a clothing store.
Sure.
Yeah.
I do that every time.
I don't know if you still do that if you're that rich. If you're, listen to me, Carmen. If you have $800 million in your bank account, you're going to have a stylist, and they're going to get you all your stuff.
Yeah, but if you go in the store, you're looking.
And if you go to Gucci and go to the clearance rack, you know what I mean? Because they'll have something that's going out of season.
That's the thing. You get things going out of season, not necessarily for the price.
Can I tell you, though? That's not very Gucci.
No.
It's not very Gucci of you.
Yeah, I don't care. I feel like it's been ingrained in me that it would be really hard.
What about keeping leftover screws and nuts and bolts from furniture kits and old?
No, I don't do that.
No.
I don't do that now.
No.
No, Amazon will get you a new one here in an hour.
I have a little basket, and then I clear it out every month. I just dump it. You know what I
it's
mean?
funny. We had a Tupperware thing full of cords and stuff, and I'm like, this is never working for anything now.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is from the 3 model or whatever. Never wasting food if you can help it.
Yeah, I mean, I save a lot of.
No, if I'm rich, I don't care.
I would have a whole lasagna and take a couple bites and go, I'm done.
Yeah.
Just throw it.
Like if you go to a big restaurant, you're not taking it to go. You don't care.
No.
You might want to eat it later.
No.
If it's good, yeah.
No, you're just like, I'll just come
You're
back.
not taking it to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to send your helicopter to get 2 more.
Yeah,
later
you're
on.
not-
I don't know, if
Like
I
a
go,
midnight snack.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
what I'm
boxing
saying.
up nothing.
Yeah.
I take food home with me now.
I'll make one phone call. They'll bring me a whole brand new one.
Using grocery store bags as trash bags.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you got me.
Yeah.
They're giving them to you.
Yeah. That's
I mean, I don't mess with trash now that I'm rich.
Oh,
so
yeah.
no,
That's true too. I didn't think about
Pay a
that.
little old
Aristocrat.
man.
get an old man to do it.
What's that show?
He's an aristocrat. He doesn't
Oh.
have to take his own garbage out.
I'm not doing that.
Checking restaurant prices before looking at the menu.
Nope.
No. Who
No.
cares?
I don't do
Market
that.
price.
I don't really do that now.
Right. I
Unless
remember
I'm,
when I got to that point when I was in my 20s where I was like, I don't have to look at the other side.
well, not even that. It's like if I go out, I know I'm going to spend a lot of money. That's why I'm going out. Like if I don't have the money to be spending, I eat at home. You know what I mean?
David Spade has a great bit about it. He goes, you know what market price is? That's a waiter looking you up and down and seeing you what you can afford. How much is the fish? And he goes, let's see, 45 a pound. And he goes, 45. And he goes, all right, 30.
Market price.
Thrifting, hitting up community yard sales and bargain hunting.
No way.
Oh, listen, I go thrifting all the time.
Yeah.
Poor.
You can find good stuff.
Yeah, but you're rich now. You don't have to do that.
Yeah,
But
you
Joe
can
is looking for Joey's looking for vintage stuff.
Yeah, I'm
He's
looking
not-
for stuff nobody else has.
No.
And it's the hunt. Some
Right.
people
Right.
just
Yeah.
and some people like when you're that rich, I feel like you just get bored and
I-
you just want to do things. And I like to go through people's houses.
Oh,
yeah, like I want to
okay.
see what they have,
I
even
just
if I
make a
don't buy
phone
anything.
call and somebody does it for me.
Ugh.
Fixing everything yourself.
Nope.
I don't even do that now.
No.
I can't. I don't know how to do that.
Hold on. Ready?
Here we go, Bone Fam. The Bone Bonus. Presented to you by Farah and Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarahandFarah.com. This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is
Rest. This hour's keyword is rest. R-E-S-T. Head over to the 1025 The Bone app now and enter rest, R-E-S-T, before 30 minutes past the top of the hour, and that $1,000 Bone bonus could be yours.
There you go.
Go get it.
It's bothering me that I can't find the second night of Metallica on this list.
Oh, man, you're not good at that. You're not good at
You're only going to the first night.
What? I know, but I don't know which night this is.
Yeah.
This could be the second
But
night.
doesn't it show you the date?
June 3rd.
And then look for June 5th.
There's no. It goes June 3rd, May 31st,
Yeah.
May 28th.
I've heard that.
Okay, we'll go May 28th, May 31st.
I guess I could do that.
Yeah, that's 2 different days.
Don't be mean to me.
I've heard they're mixing it up every night.
This guy.
Looks like they are. Looks like they are
All right,
because
so what
this
do you
one
have for
starts
this
with
one?
Creeping Death, ends with Enter Sandman, but in between you got Master Puppet Seek and Destroy, The Day That Never Comes. Yeah, looks like they're mixing it up a little bit.
And then what's the next one?
All right, give me a second. Nope.
Jesus.
You're out.
Well, this starts with Creeping Death again. So and that's May 31st and May 28th. They both start with Creeping Death. So I don't know what's going on.
It's a no repeat weekend.
I know. So it's saying to me right here, Metallica, May 28th, 2025, Creeping Death, For Whom the Bell Tolls, Leper Messiah. Okay. Then you go to May 31st, Creeping Death, For Whom the Bell Tolls, Ride the Lightning.
Okay, I have it.
What do you have?
It took me 3 seconds.
What
May
did you find?
23rd, Creeping Death, Harvester of Sorrow. That's the first 2 songs. And then on May 25th, they open with Whiplash, For Whom the Bell Tolls, Ride the Lightning, Memory Remains, Lux Aeterna, Screaming Suicide.
Yep, I see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's all right. So but what? Go the next date.
Okay.
Go
but
28th and
but
31st.
I found it.
Shut up.
28th and 31st.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know what they're doing there.
Exactly.
That's 2 different cities, though.
I know, but it's only showing one day
Right.
from each
So
of those cities.
they're not putting it's this isn't Metallica's website.
No, I know, but
it's
I thought it
fan-
had all of the things on it.
But somebody didn't list it.
Well,
Somebody
then
didn't put it up.
Somebody's responsible.
So
for
if
that.
you look at May 23rd and May 25th, both from Philadelphia, that
That's where
shows
you'll
you the
get
2
it.
different ones.
All right.
Yeah.
Mike Calta Show, good morning. Thank you. All right. With that said, I'm going to take a break. When we come back, live from Texas, Cody Tucker will join us next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. We'll have tickets to see Metallica before the end of the show today. Right now, though, we go live to Texas to our friend Cody Tucker, who is a Metallica fan. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Massive fan.
Okay. I had to make sure. Would you have come in for this?
No. No.
Massive.
Nah, pass. Hard pass.
No.
Cody Tucker is an internet personality. You can find him at The Cody Tucker Show everywhere, YouTube, Instagram, where he hosts his podcast, and he is a soon-to-be best-selling author. I have his book in my hand right now, and now you know. Very excited. I have this. I'm a couple of poops away from getting through about halfway there.
Oh, really? Well, good job. Yeah.
I've been backed up a little bit.
I was gonna say a lot of fiber.
Yeah, I've had to mix some in because I've gone days. I've been on a diet and I've been going. And plus, I'm taking the Ozempic, so I'm like pooping like every 3 days. So
are you really?
Yeah, it's not. But when it happens, though, Cody, it happens. So I'm all right. Yeah. I put some time in there.
Yeah. I mean, good luck with the Ozempic, I guess.
No, I think I'm the only fat guy it doesn't seem to be working for. Like you ever see the Are You Garbage guys?
Yeah.
Foley was a big fat mess, and then I went on a cruise on Bert Kreischer's cruise, and he was on there, and I was like, "Look at you, you skinny bitch." Am I the only one Ozempic doesn't seem to be working for? I still want to eat.
Yeah, that could be a problem, you know.
Yeah.
I think you kind of have to not eat to lose weight.
Yeah. I mean, I know how to lose weight. It's supposed to help you not want to eat, and I still want to eat. Like I'll put a little Ozempic on top of my food and eat that.
It does
spray
seem
it right on.
Yeah,
it does seem easier for some people than others.
right. It just the weight just drops off them because they're giving themselves shots.
I think it's your body makeup, your chemistry and stuff. You know, certain people it'll work better for.
Plus, I like candy a lot.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Have you tried freebasing cocaine?
I have not. I chose to. I don't want to mess with my heart. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's probably not.
What is your drug of choice if you do any drugs?
Well, I mean, I really don't do any drugs, but if I could, I could see myself being a real heroin addict. You know?
Yeah,
that seems fun.
I can't see me going. Like, I'd be too afraid to even try heroin. I've been in a room with drugs before, and it makes me nervous. But I took an Oxy the other day for my back pain, and I got to tell you, that took me to a new level. I love that. Like, I would do. Like I could tell that if I was addicted to that, I'd do some bad stuff to get it.
Xanax would be up there for me. I was like, oh, nice Xanax is.
Yeah, but the only problem is I feel like I'm already 70% on a Xanax most of the time. Like, I feel like at any time I lay down, my Xanax kicks in.
Yeah,
I have a gift to be able to put myself into deep sleep at any time.
Oh, I don't have that. See, I'm physically on a Xanax, but mentally, no.
You can't shut it down. Yeah. You can't shut the machine down.
No, I sleep with the TV on for that very reason.
Me too. Yeah. What do you keep on?
I usually just find. Actually, lately I've been going on YouTube and watching NFL games from the early 2000s that still have the commercials, and it makes me feel like I'm a kid again.
That's
when
interesting.
Things were nice.
See, I can't have anything that will conjure up thoughts like that. Like, if I start thinking about things like that, then it'll spiral me out of control. The only thing I could sleep to is something that's numbing. So I watch Seinfeld. Maybe I watch an episode or a half episode, and then I just go to sleep while it's on, and then Netflix will just shut itself off.
Well, I do. Yeah, I will. I put on a lot of horror movies to fall asleep to.
Sleep to that?
Yeah, well, that could explain a lot of things about me, to be honest, having that going on.
Women screaming in chainsaws really make me sleepy.
Yeah, for some reason. Yeah, anything with like the Catholic Church, just puts me right to sleep. So I like a good horror movie with a priest.
Yeah.
There's something comforting about that, even though I'm not a
very religious person.
Member. No. I
do wear your hair like Christ, though.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. That's what I was going for.
You can find Cody Tucker on Instagram at The Cody Tucker Show, also on YouTube. What do you got for us this week?
Okay, so first story. The person who designed Mount Rushmore was a man named Gutzon Borglum.
Gutzon.
Gutzen Borglum. So at the Mount Rushmore Museum, there's a portrait of Borglum with a message written on it that says, "To my good friend Gutzen Borglum, with the greatest respect." That message was written by a man named D.C. Stevenson, who at the time was the Grand Dragon of the KKK, an organization that Gutzen Borglum was also an active member of when he designed Mount Rushmore.
Wow. Gutzen Borglum doesn't sound very American to me for something that is so typical of Americana.
Well, I think it's a German name, and it is very typical. I don't know how much about history you know, but very typical for
for a German. Yeah, but I mean, like
someone who doesn't like other races.
They had a little issue with that.
I'm not shocked that Gutzen is in the Klan. I'm saying that he was such an American fan that he carved out the monument.
They say it checks out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, who knows how much of an American fan he was, or if he just wanted to get paid to create something. They say like Michelangelo really was a pretty big atheist. He just, the Catholic Church paid him, and he was like, "I'll take your money." And
do you dive deep into like what is inside or behind Mount Rushmore? Do you know any of that stuff? Do you ever read that?
Is there something behind it?
I don't know.
Besides rocks?
No, I always see stories that mountain where Mount Rushmore is like one of those Mount Weather type mountains where or that there's nuclear weapons in there or something. There's some government official inside that actual mountain.
Yeah, I would imagine if you were trying to hide something, you wouldn't do it in a mountain that
everybody's looking at.
People go to.
Yeah, well, plain sight sometimes. Plain sight's the best way.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Also, I hear, I've not been there, I hear very underwhelming.
Yeah, that's what I've always heard too, that it's pretty much a big disappointment, which,
Like I saw the Mona Lisa in the Louvre, and people say that was disappointing, but I don't think I was expecting much more than it was.
It's just a painting of a chick.
That's it. I mean, you've seen it a million times, and then you see it in the Louvre, and you go, "Oh yeah, there it is." That's it.
I don't know what people would expect. Like, if it's one of those ones that, like if you look at it from a different angle, like, her face gets creepy or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a damn painting of a woman.
What you're missing out on, because you won't travel, is the Dali Museum is down here. Salvador Dali's got a museum, and you go to that thing, and some of those paintings are, 3 stories high. That's some stuff. You get there and you're like, what am I looking at?
Yeah, Salvador Dali is an interesting fella, real scumbag of a human.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he did some questionable things.
Worse than Gutzen?
Well, it's a different kind of worse, know. It's like apples and oranges, but one of the apples is into coprophilia.
Oh, what is coprophilia?
That's whenever you derive sexual pleasure from human feces.
What?
Dave Matthews.
There's a fun fact.
Dave Matthews.
Or Chuck Berry. I mean,
that's true. Chuck Berry. Dave Matthews was just emptying his bus. Chuck Berry was watching.
Well, I've heard some stories about Dave Matthews. I don't know how slander works.
Right. You don't want to get in trouble. You're saying
you can just say allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, so allegedly Dave Matthews likes to sit under a glass table and have women.
You know who else told me that firsthand? Tracy Morgan.
That he does it?
That he liked girls to do that. He wanted to get under the glass. I want to get under a glass table, and then you get on top and make a dookie.
That is, I'm pretty deviant when it comes to things like that. There is nothing that turns me off more than someone dropping a deuce.
Yeah, I say that all the time, Cody. My line is always, when it comes to being a pervert, I consider myself a grade A pervert, but I draw the line at pooping kids, and not because it's the right thing to do. It's because I honestly can't see how people are into that. Every once in a while, there'll be somebody who'll send me a picture of a girl and a horse, and I'll go, oh, that's interesting, but I'm not seeking that stuff out.
Yeah. Sometimes if it falls into your lap, you got to take a gander. But there are certain things that now I'm just, that don't really do it for me. Curling one out on a glass table is not a.
No, yeah, I'm with you on this. Okay, what else we got?
So moving on. So So when Alfred Nobel's brother died in 1888, the local newspaper mistakenly thought that it was Alfred who died. So they printed an obituary for Alfred instead of his brother. This gave Alfred Nobel the unusual opportunity of reading his own obituary.
That's pretty
So
cool.
in it, they referred to Nobel as a merchant of death, which upset him so much that he decided that he needed to change his legacy, make it a lot more positive and peaceful. He did this by creating the Nobel Peace Prize.
Oh.
So the reason they had referred to him as a merchant of death is because before he created the Nobel Peace Prize that he's most famous for now, he was at the time only famous for being the guy who invented dynamite.
Wow. See, that's an interesting exercise. If you were a college professor or even a teacher, you assign somebody to write an obituary about somebody else in the classroom, and then they get to read what other people think of you, and that would be a time for you to reflect on your life.
Yeah, that's a weird thing to say.
Well, like
I mean, you know,
Cody Tucker, filled with information, refused to travel. Would enjoy heroin. Loves horror movies
and Stone Cold
Steve Austin, and will watch Jurassic Park at all times.
That's fair.
Right.
I mean, that pretty much summed it up.
Right, but you can look at it and you can say, oh, well, I don't want to be the guy known for horror movie, and then you have time to change your life. I'm just saying it'd be a good exercise.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think, that actually, you know, if somebody wants to clip that and save it for whenever I grow, that might actually be the perfect obituary.
I'll be there for you if something happens.
Yeah. Well, it'd be interesting to know who's going to go first, me or you.
I know. Well, I'm considerably older than you.
Yeah, but I'm considerably just.
I don't know what you're doing in your spare time.
Nothing that's going to add longevity.
No, nothing that's add longevity. I'm not doing anything besides eating the wrong foods that would add to, like, I don't drink a lot, and I'm not doing drugs, and pretty much banging the same chick. I don't smoke. I never smoked.
Who is the guy that's going to die first? The guy that said he would like to try heroin, or the guy who said he already has built-in Xanax?
And is on Ozempic. Yeah.
I'm trying to keep this machine alive as long as possible.
The race is on.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is my biggest fear is death, and yet I like smoke like a chimney and eat like horrible food. It's very interesting. Catch-22.
How old are you?
That's how that works. 32, 31, something like that.
So you'll find as you get older, all these things that you saw your parents do and like old people do, you start to have to do. So I had to go for a heart cath. You know what that is? That's where they go in through my wrist or my groin, depending on where they had the better shot. But thankfully, they went through my wrist, and they inject the dye, and then they put me in this machine, and they watch it travel through my heart to see if I have any blockages. And thankfully, I did not. I was all clear. But you kind of have to do that every once in a while to know. The thing that freaks me out is once they tell you you have some signs of heart disease, it's irreversible. So,
what's the point in telling you?
The smoking makes it way worse.
Well,
that's what you got to get off the cigarettes. That's
but they do say with your lungs for smoking, if you smoke, you could smoke like your entire life, and then you stop smoking. Like a month later, it's like your lungs don't even know you ever smoked.
Right.
Yeah.
Not to keep you smoking for a long time or anything.
You got some time. You got
to
a
a certain
years.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, I think I'll probably just keep going.
You do it. You do what you got to do. I would like to know this though. What are your plans? What would you prefer for your post-mortem take directions? Like, do you want to be cremated? Do you want to be buried? Do you want to be scattered at sea? Do you want to be placed in Jurassic Park Island?
Yeah, scattered at sea.
I'll take you out. I'll put you out on a boat tomorrow if that's what you want.
No, I mean they could probably dump me in like a McDonald's parking lot or something.
Okay.
My ashes, probably like right in the drive-through, maybe.
I got you.
Right.
I'm not gonna give a damn. I won't be around to know. I mean, I do want people to be like really sad.
You do?
Like, yeah, I want people to be freaking devastated.
I have had this conversation with my children when they were young. I said, and my wife, I said, listen to me. I have lived 3 lives. I have done things that most people don't ever get to do. If I died tomorrow, I died a happy man. I did my stuff. You know what I mean? So I don't want them to be upset. I do want the world to feel a significant loss, though.
That's what I'm wanting.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know how like in North Korea they like punish people for not being sad enough whenever
yes,
like
at funerals.
That's
and stuff.
so people are just throwing themselves on the ground.
Yeah,
that's
you want
what
that?
I want.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll cry if you die first. I'll cry. I'll promise that.
A country in mourning.
Works.
Yeah.
Yes, I want half-mast flags. Yeah, I want it to be like when JFK got,
We'll
his
all
wig
wear our
split.
wear our bandanas at half mast.
I was gonna say, yeah, you'll have a little kid with a bandana saluting you as you go by.
I've got a question.
Yes.
So we're talking about death. Cody's got a very significant following. Would he be eligible for our death pool?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
As somebody,
you have a death pool?
Oh, for like 15 years.
Oh, I do one myself.
Oh, you should be
yeah.
you should do it with us next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done pretty well lately. Yeah, I have rules for mine, but yeah.
So do we. We have a point system. We have
We've got
rules.
a lot of rules.
Yeah. We even have
perfect.
we have emergency picks. And we put money out there. So we have a commissioner of death. So like say that you got some information. Say you talk to Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's like, yeah, my friend just told me Clint Eastwood went into emergency. You can call the commissioner and for $20 get an emergency pick.
Oh,
But you take 2 off.
Yeah, we're constantly moving. We're constantly making rules.
It's like a fantasy league almost.
Yeah,
we'll waiver wire and
we have a waiver wire, and then if somebody dies, their points it is a point for every year below 100 that they are, and then they get extra points if they're an Academy Award winner or if they're in a Hall of Fame.
Guest of the show.
Yeah, if they've been on the show before, if they die within the vicinity of the Tampa Bay area.
Also 2 in 1 week.
2 in 1 week. Yeah, you can call your shot. You can say I've had this guy die. I think Clint Eastwood is going to die next, and he's got a month to die. Yeah, and if it's worked. People have called their shot.
Yeah,
and and then it's all about the inside information, man. I've scored some points with
Kirstie Alley.
Kirstie Alley was here, and somebody in the hospital called me and said she's not doing good. You may want to take her. And I took her, an emergency pick. Boom, croaked it over.
Yeah, I feel like I could have called the Kirstie Alley one real quick.
Yeah,
but
well, you didn't. So I got the money that.
I was like 12, I think, when she died.
No, it was like 2 years ago.
Kirstie Alley?
Yeah, who are you thinking of?
Was it?
The one from Cheers.
Maybe I'm thinking of Anna Nicole Smith.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking some other big broad that broke. Yeah.
Holy cow.
Cody's in next year then.
All right. I think Cody would be fun.
Yeah, I think I'd do pretty well. I usually have a good spot. You know how like cats, they'll take cats to nursing homes and then they kill people. Yeah. So I think I'm kind of like
you're like the angel of death.
Yeah, I can sniff it out.
Okay.
Like, oh, that one's going.
You're all right. Yeah. Cody Tucker, Death Cat.
That works. That's a good line for the obituary.
All right. Listen to me. Each week we learn more and more about you. Again, Cody Tucker's book is available. It's called And Now You Know. It's available on Amazon or CodyTucker.com. I have it here, and I will take it with me during the break as I go to make a little dookie.
Oh, yeah. Well, good luck.
All right, buddy. We'll think of you this weekend as we go to see Metallica.
Yeah, have a good time. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Cody. We'll talk to you later.
All right, man. Later.
There you go. He makes me laugh more every week.
Yeah, he really does.
He's good. He's one of our best finds. All right, we have Metallica tickets, and we're going to give those away next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. I am excited about going now. Like before, I was like, yeah, I'll go 75%. Now I got up to 80 because now I'm excited for the show. And now we've been listening to some of the music and looking at the set list, and I think it'll be a fun night.
Oh, it's going to be great.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. The only thing that would suck, but it doesn't seem to affect Metallica, is if it rains.
Yeah.
Because I saw them play somewhere, and they just went straight through it. They didn't even care.
Yeah.
Are you not worried about getting electrocuted at that point?
I think they figured it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
after
not
the first
or anything.
Yeah, after the first time, and plus, I'm sure they saw Stillwater play. And,
that's true. They know how to get through that.
Yeah.
We have a band. Our band's called Pitbull Toddler, and we decided we are going to do what we're calling the Dive Bar Tour of 2025. Yeah. And the thing with that is that we play a lot of venues that normally have music and bands that we like to play out at the Daiquiri Shack in Madeira Beach. We just played at Big Top Live in Sarasota. We played at Joyland Live in Sarasota. We play a lot of the Sarasota, Bradenton area, a lot of Tampa, St. Petersburg area. We play downtown St. Pete a lot. I'm just going to be honest with you. There's a lot of expense that goes into hiring our band. A lot of people call and they want to hire the band, and it just doesn't work out for them financially. And we get that. That's why it's not our full-time job. We don't take it, you're not hurting our feelings if you can't do it. We want to go where people want us to go and where it's going to be beneficial for the venue and for us. So we pick and choose where we want to play and what we want to do. And Pete and I went into Whiskey Willie's in Lutz a couple of weeks ago, a place that I've passed by 1,000 times. It's in my neighborhood. I've lived somewhat in this area between Pasco and Hillsborough for the past 30 years. I've driven by, and I've never gone in there. And I said, let's go in there and check that out. And we went on a local bar tour. And it was great. They were doing karaoke, and the people were having a good time. And we said, this would be a fun place to play. And lo and behold, we are playing at Whiskey Willie's in Lutz. We are bringing Pitbull Tyler to smaller places that necessarily could afford the band or didn't want to, may not have all the room, or, we're going to make it work. We're calling it the Dive Bar 2025 tour, and we will debut it at Whiskey Willie's on Friday, June 20th. That's just next week? I don't even know what today
Couple
is.
weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah, it's the 5th.
Yeah.
And we'll be out there. So start making plans. Thank God it's not next week, Galvin, because we really need to practice. It is. It's going to be happy. Joe, will you come out there? It's quite a hike from your house.
No, I will definitely come out there.
You're
Mike.
welcome to sleep over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, now it just got real.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's happening.
Yeah. All right.
You're welcome to sleep over, Joe. I even got a air mattress all set up in the theater upstairs.
Oh, that's perfect.
Have a nice little bedroom time.
All right.
I think that I started taking those athletic greens. Do you know what they are?
Oh yeah.
The
Of course.
AG1.
I have no idea what that means.
No, of course.
It is a supplement that you take.
For athletes?
No, I guess athletes are supposed to take it.
That's what it is, but it's just good for you. It gives you a lot of
Right.
good minerals and
Yeah.
vitamins and
Well,
everything.
it's the vitamins and minerals that you're supposed to be getting from eating your daily allotted amount of vegetables, which I am
Right.
definitely not getting.
I take the same thing every morning.
You do
Michael.
you? The
Yeah.
AG1?
So do I.
Mhm. Yep.
So they have it in I take it in a powdered form
That's what I do.
where you scoop it into a bottle and you mix it with water and you just drink it that way.
Joe just pulled a hot dog out of his pocket and ate it.
Yeah.
And he's acting like he's
He's
health
got
nut.
each pocket has a different
Yeah.
food group.
The health
right.
nut
He's
over
got
here.
a food pyramid jacket on.
That's right.
I got them where they're the packets.
Yeah.
That
You just add
that's
to a
so much
bottle of
better
water?
because I did before. I had the scoop, whatever. But if you're not keeping up with it, then it gets kind of funky, and you're like, ugh. And plus on the go, whatever, you can just dump it in a bottle. Makes it easy.
So I've been doing it, and then it's I think it's regulated out my system. It's got me going.
yeah,
now.
you definitely should be taking some sort of supplements, vitamins, different stuff like that. Like you should have that because you're not getting all of it with what you're eating.
Even though some doctors say that taking supplements just makes you have expensive pee because you don't really absorb them. So unless you're taking something to absorb your,
It's interesting. I'm taking vitamins too for that reason.
okay,
Yeah, that's right, Carmen. That's actually true. I'm taking things that I don't even know. I'm upon a doctor telling me to take them. I'm taking magnesium.
Yes.
And what is this? I'm taking vitamin D.
Vitamin D, magnesium,
Yeah,
zinc. Yeah.
So,
Get
all
that
that
zinc.
zinc.
Get that D.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what zinc helps you do?
What?
Launch ropes.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Okay.
That's
Let-
what
Decorator?
Pete North said.
Yeah.
Peter North said he's launching his lassos because of the amount of zinc that he takes.
Really?
Yep.
They called him the decorator.
Yeah, he does.
So I don't know if you can add this, but chia or chai seeds,
Yeah.
whatever, dude. I have recently added that into my diet, bro.
What's it doing to you?
It is smooth sailing.
Really?
Yes.
As opposed to your rough seas you've had before?
No, but I am like clockwork. I'm on schedule. It is.
It's ticking? It
No,
shouldn't be ticking. Carmen.
it's not ticking.
Chad
but
called. He said, please kick me out of the country.
no,
Like good old Dairy Queen soft serve.
but no, not even because it's just because we had that doctor on that told us how, and they tell you, how it should
Right.
be,
What
like,
it should be like. Yeah.
what it should be like, and it's perfect.
Good.
I am healthy.
Good. That's-
Yes.
In my mind, when I think about you, I think of somebody that has healthy movements.
Yeah, well, now I do.
Cody, I don't feel like has healthy movements.
No.
I feel like
No.
it burns.
It's a struggle.
Yeah.
It burns and is never quite finished. I feel like Cody goes, damn.
He wants his ashes dumped in a McDonald's drive-thru.
He makes me laugh so much, that kid. I think he's great. I think he's so great. All right, Carmen, we've got tickets to give away to go see Metallica.
We do.
Hold on a second.
We have Friday. We have Sunday. We have Friday and Sunday.
Do
Depending
we?
on what you want to give away. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
You don't know that?
With the
Yeah.
No, I know, but I don't know what's left. Like I'm trying to. see if she can give me a heads up on what's left.
Well, we only gave one day away yesterday, whatever,
which
so.
was Friday.
Yeah.
So we should have one Sunday and then one Friday, Sunday.
And currently, there's an 80% chance of Mike being there on Friday.
I told Galvin it went up to 85.
85?
85.
Just during the show?
Yeah, because I pooped, so I feel better now.
Oh, all right.
So we have given away 3 Fridays and 2 Sundays.
Yeah, Friday's the night.
So we have 2 Fridays and 3 Sundays left.
Oh, man. All right.
Unless you gave away something that I'm not aware of.
No.
Okay.
All right, let's give away a pair of Sundays first right now.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Let me get a contestant on the line. Good morning. Who is this?
Hey, it's Al.
How you doing, Al?
I'm doing good, man.
Are you a big Metallica fan?
Saw them first time back in 1988 on the Monster Rock tour. Never missed a tour since.
That's pretty good.
Nice. This guy's going to nail it.
We got tickets. Galvin's going to give you a contest, and we're going to try and get them for you. Here we go.
All right, Al, we're going to give you 3 songs. One of them is a real Metallica song. The other 2 we're just making up. So you tell me what the real Metallica song is. You got to get 3 in a row to win the tickets. Here we go. Shadows of Redemption, No Remorse, Blood in the Fuse. Which is the real Metallica?
No Remorse.
Yeah, no Remorse is correct. Yes,
Okay.
very nice. All right, next round. Here we go. Trapped Under Ice, Chains of the Void, Screaming in Silence.
Trapped Under Ice.
You better believe it.
Oh, boy.
All right.
One more, and
All
you're
right.
going to Sunday show, buddy.
Going for 3 in a row. Here we go. Next one. Iron Sanctuary, Thrash Messiah, Orion.
Orion.
Yeah.
I mean,
Very
that wasn't even hard for him.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to put you on hold, sir. It's going to be a minute, and you got your tickets for Sunday show, okay, buddy?
I appreciate it. Thank you very much,
Have
man.
a great time, buddy. He's on line 1, Carmen.
Got it.
All right, so now we should have 1 Friday and 1 Sunday left.
Nope.
2.
2 of each.
2 Friday and 2 Sunday.
Yes.
Yes.
Today's Thursday.
Yes.
Let's give away a
No,
pair.
do it.
Let's give away a pair
Don't do it.
of tickets right now. The next winner wins Friday and Sunday.
Okay.
Whoa.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, Al is so pissed.
Well, look, Al got in. He's going Sunday. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, Mike, it's Greg.
How you doing, Greg?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
All right, Greg, you got up for grabs right now is both nights, Friday and Sunday. No repeat weekend for Metallica. We got tickets for both of them. Are you ready to play?
Sure.
All right, here we go.
All right. I'm going to give you 3 songs. Tell me which one is the real Metallica song. Here we go. Ashes of Control, Eye of the Beholder, Veins of Thunder.
Eye of the Beholder.
Correct.
That is correct.
All right.
Two more, and you're going to both nights.
Round 2. Here we go. Doom Engine, Serpent's Oath, To Live is to Die.
I don't know this one.
Man. Let's see here. You said Doom Engine, Serpent's Oath, and To Live is to Die?
Doom Engine, Serpent's Oath, To Live is to Die.
To Live is to Die. Let's see here. This one's a wild guess.
No
Serpent's
Googling.
Oath.
No.
Oh! Sorry, you were 1 shot in and 1 shot out.
Thunder Vein should be a song.
Veins of Thunder.
Veins
Was
of-
it Doom Engine?
No, To Live is to Die.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get another contestant.
Thunder.
Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, this is Paul.
All right, Paul, you're up. We got 2 days up for grabs. We got Friday nights, Sunday nights, Metallica, no repeat. They are up for grabs right now. Here we go. I'm going to turn you over to Galvin.
All right, Paul. I'm going to give you 3 songs.
Hey,
Go
What?
ahead.
Can I tell you something? Can I tell you real quick? I really can't go Friday. Can this only be for Sunday? I don't want to waste the Friday thing.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
If you win, we'll give you Sunday.
All right, here we go.
Thanks.
Here we go. I'm going to give you 3 songs. Tell me which one is the real Metallica song. Crimson Salvation, Holier Than Thou, Shatter the Flame.
Holier Than Thou.
That is correct. Very nice.
They all do sound like Metallica songs.
That's the.
I know.
All right, here we go. Round 2. Is it Broken Halo, The God That Failed, Reckoning Hour?
Oh.
Broken Halo.
Wrong.
Sorry, bud. Now you're not going on either night.
Yeah. Good news. You don't have to go Friday.
All right, let me go over here. Good morning. Who's this?
Jay.
All right, you ready to take a shot at this, buddy?
Absolutely.
This is for both nights, Friday and Sunday. No repeat. Metallica weekend, Raymond James Stadium. Here we go.
All right. I'm going to give you 3 songs. Tell me which one's the real Metallica song. Bleeding Me, Purge the
Bleeding Me.
Yeah, there you go.
This guy's all right. I like that.
Okay.
2 more, sir. 2 more, and you got 2 nights of tickets.
Next one,
Woo-hoo.
Thorn Within, Beneath
Thorn Within.
Yep.
Oh!
This guy knows.
This makes me so happy. This guy's a fan.
All right.
Next one, and you're going to both nights, sir. You got them 2 nights for free.
All right.
Let's get it.
Round 3. Here we go. Got to get this one. Tell me, is it Eye of the Machine, No Remorse, Hold?
No Remorse.
Yeah.
This guy's not messing around.
Very nice.
What is your name, sir?
Woo! Jay.
Jay, you're going Friday and you're going Sunday. Metallica no repeat weekend. I'm going to put you on hold. Carmen will grab you during the break, and we'll get you those tickets. Okay, buddy?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, have a great time, my man. Hold on. You know who didn't win? Medicine Man.
No.
He didn't even try to call.
Nope.
I didn't even see him on the line.
Oh, what if he's dead?
Oh, my God. Why would you go straight there?
Because
Probably is.
Why else would he not be calling? He's always
Because he's
calling.
lazy.
He's always on though.
Oh, you might be at work, though.
I forgot. That's right. My bad. It is Thursday.
I am looking. He is not on. So, Carmen, it looks like we got line 1 and line 6 are the winners.
Got it.
All right.
Very nice. So
man.
now we have a pair for Friday and a pair for Sunday. If you want to do one or the other or both tomorrow.
We will do those tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, and we'll give them away tomorrow on the program. Tomorrow also at starting at what time is JP on? 11 o'clock? JP will be live out there at the Hooters in Clearwater, the original Hooters on Gulf to Bay. He'll be out there with Monica and Dizzy, and they will be broadcasting live, and you will have your chance to win tickets to go see Metallica tomorrow. I think they have 3 pairs to give away while they're out there. So stop by and grab yourself a nice Bud Light for lunch and get some chicken wings and maybe Metallica tickets tomorrow with JP.
Nice.
Lee Syatt is here. He is a comedian, and he is the co-host of a podcast with Joey Diaz. He is coming on the show for the first time. We'll take a break. I never met Lee. I don't even know Lee. So we'll get to know him when we come back. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Lee, what's going on? Lee is making his way. Lee, is it Syatt? Am I saying it right? Okay, I just wanted to make sure. How you doing, pal?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me, guys.
I'm glad that you're on the show. I can't believe our paths haven't crossed before. You've not been on the show before.
I know it's my second time coming down here.
Yeah,
I love
to
coming
Tampa?
down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've heard about you guys for years.
Now, why is it when I Google you, it says movie director?
Because Joey Diaz has a weird sense of humor.
Oh, okay.
When we first met, he said I was the director from Israel. I'm not from Israel. I'm not a director.
That's not bad, though. You know,
Yeah,
although if they're like, why is this movie director doing stand-up?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of worse things online now about
Sure.
me than director, so I'll take it.
I'm sure. Now, how do you hook up with Joey Diaz? Joey Diaz is everybody's uncle. He is. He comes to me probably 15 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, from Ralphie May. Ralphie May and I were very close. And Ralphie May is like, you and Joey, you got to be from the same family somehow, you know? And then we had Joey on the show one time. It was one of the craziest shows we've ever had. And Joey could not comprehend the fact that he was not on a podcast and would not stop cursing. It was insane. But how do you guys hook up?
It's Facebook. It's a weird. I moved to LA out of college.
From where?
From Boston.
Okay.
And I went for like post production. I wanted to be like an editor.
Yeah.
And I moved out there and I found out that sucked.
Yeah.
So I moved out there and I was bored and I wrote to Joey because I'd always loved stand up. I said I want to work for a comedian, but I don't want to come off as creepy.
Right.
And I got lucky. We met. We did a YouTube show. We did a documentary, and then we started doing the podcast at 6 a.m. in 2012.
Can I tell you that that's a very important lesson that I think that I'd like to relate to younger people. Reaching out to that person goes a lot further than if you try to go the traditional routes of sending in resumes to company and all that. We were hiring to replace the spot before Galvin, and Galvin wrote to me directly and said, "Hey, look, I want the job," and that is what mostly got on my radar.
Yeah, I sent it to the program director, but I said, obviously, you're going to be the guy that's picking. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
The program director can come with all these people, but if you don't jive with them, it's not going to work.
It's worth a shot. Might as well.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you going to get? 8,000 resumes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although you called out what's his name that wanted to open for Louis C.K.
Oh, Everett.
Everett, yeah.
What did he do?
In the long run, is a guy who's trying to get into stand up and stuff.
He's a caller. He wants to be on the radio. He wants to call the show. He's not a bad guy. He's a good guy. He's actually a good looking guy. Like girls like him and stuff. And he spreads himself too thin. He calls too many shows. He does too many things. Okay. And then one day he decides he wants to try his hand at stand-up comedy. I hear he stinks, but I've never seen him. I've not seen him, so I don't know. So Bobby Kelly is coming to town to do stand-up, and Bobby and I are good friends. And Bobby says when he goes out, I usually go and I'll do 5-7 minutes and open up for him. I'm not a comedian, but I can go up there because I'm famous in this area and BS my way through 5-7 minutes.
Right.
He tells me, I'm bringing Danny with me. It's going to be me, you, and Danny. I go, great. A couple of weeks before, he goes, change of plans. Louis C.K. is opening for me. I said, what do you mean? He goes, Louis is running some material. He's going to go. So it'll be you, Danny, Louis C.K., and I was like, okay, great. Now I'm nervous because I got to go up there with Louis, and not that he's paying attention, but I've already got the nerves. And Everett has the balls to write to me and say, do you think I can get a couple of minutes before you and Louis C.K. and Bobby Kelly? I go, do you know how many comedians wait years and years and years before they get that opportunity, and you just think you're going to prance up there? But I got to tell you, I got to give credit. He's got the balls to ask. It's the only way it works.
It's the only way it's going to happen, but I think there's a difference between, like, shooting your shot and just being
having
insane.
Pipe dreams.
Oh, that is insane. Wild.
I didn't.
Hey, you guys mind if I play quarterback a little bit in the NFL?
Just drop in before Louis and Bobby and everyone. Yeah.
Do you know that I did have an agent one time
for comedy?
No, for my for radio.
Okay.
And he was local. He was really successful. He made a bunch of money owning Subways when they first came out. When he made a ton of money off of that. And then, Ron Bennington?
Of course, yeah.
So Ron Bennington and Ron Diaz had the Ron and Ron radio network, and he was the president of that network.
Oh, wow.
So he was my agent, and he told me at the time, he had all this money, and he was just sitting around being bored doing agent stuff, and he would buy domains and resell domains. And he owned, I forgot, we've looked it up before, but I forgot, he owned the domain of the stadium where the Buffalo Bills play.
Oh, wow.
Let's just call it Bob Miller Stadium. So he owned BobMillerStadium.com. So they were like, okay, you got to give it to us. And he's like, I'm not. And they're like, we'll sue you. He goes, all right, I'll fight you in court. And he would not give it up to him. And they said, what'll it take? You want $10,000? He goes, no. He goes, let me think about it. I'll get back to you. And they said, okay. So he goes, all right, I thought about it. And they were expecting him to be like, you want season tickets or you want a meet and greet or somebody? He said, I want to play quarterback during a preseason game.
Did they give it to him?
No, they said, well, that's not going to happen. He goes, but why wouldn't it happen?
Right.
It means absolutely nothing in the grand scheme of things. You can put me in for the last 30 seconds of the season. Right. I mean, of the play. It means nothing whether you win or lose. Whether I'll sign whatever waiver you want. I just want to play 30 seconds and say at one time I was a quarterback for the Buffalo Bills.
Absolutely.
And they said no, but to me, I think that was the greatest, and he never gave it to him.
Oh, dude, I would watch preseason if they let people do
that.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah, it would be so much better.
See people get laid out. That would be amazing.
In fact, you hear the announcer. You're not going to believe this. Coming up on Thursday, we have a radio agent going to be playing quarterback.
Or they give prisoners the opportunity to go on parole if they can survive a couple of plays.
I honestly think they might be better than some of the players.
Yeah,
they're working on nonstop.
Well, remember Luis Perez? He figured out how to play quarterback on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
and now he's in the UFL.
We're at the Super Bowl at Radio Row.
Okay,
and I'm doing some work on my phone or probably just checking email or whatever, and people are coming up pitching themselves to Gio and to the show to try and get on the show. And this guy comes over and he's like, "Hey, my name is Luis Perez. I'm a professional bowler, but I play quarterback. I learned how to play." And I go, he walks away. I go, "Did he just say he was a bowler and a quarterback? Bring him back here." So we brought him back here. This guy taught himself how to play quarterback by watching YouTube videos and has played for almost every team and is still playing football now. Was just in on whatever this league that plays after the NFL, UFL, and won the championship with the UFL team. It's unbelievable, all on stuff he learned on YouTube.
He made NFL rosters and everything.
Yeah.
Dude, that's my dream, is to be a backup quarterback in the NFL. I don't know if you saw it today. Derek Carr announced why he's retiring. He said he didn't want to take the Saints' money. He didn't want to take $30 million after getting surgery and just sitting out for a year.
Right.
That would be
a dream job.
That would be my most. I would have won the lottery.
Yeah.
$30 million to just sit down.
I feel like I want to be rich and I want to be famous, but I don't want to do the athlete's work. I'm way too lazy to be a football player. But I would like the lifestyle of a football player. So yes, backup quarterback is the best job in the league.
Oh, it would be amazing. And I was listening on the way, and you and I'm on Ozempic too. I'm on fake Ozempic though. I couldn't afford the
What
real
do you
Ozempic.
want? Which one are you on?
The fake Wegovy. I don't know.
Wegovy.
I found someone who gives me for like $400 a month instead of $1,100, so I took it.
Were you fatter? Because you seem like you're in good shape. I did see pictures of you.
This was me 4 years. I was 336.
Oh wow, yeah.
336. How tall are you?
5'3".
Oh, you little cannonball.
Oh yeah, dude, it was not good. I was like a week away from death. It was terrible. And I lost the weight before Ozempic came out. I looked like an idiot.
What did you do? You just worked out?
No, I hate working out. No, I ate once a day and I walked, which is the bare minimum.
Yeah,
but it worked. It was during COVID, and
you look good.
That means a lot coming from anybody because no one's ever said that to me ever.
His head barely fit in the box on his license.
I'm so sorry to everyone watching online.
No, like I'm like when you walked in, I wasn't like, look at this fat guy at all.
Oh, my whole life I was huge. Well, with Joey, you know Joey. I'm sure he was on 800 milligrams when he came in here.
Right.
We took 2,000 milligrams a night for 10 years.
Oh my god!
I got up to 336 before I came back.
Wow.
Oh damn.
Now you take edibles, you smoke, you do both.
I brought it, but I left him in the car. But yeah, I do everything. I didn't before. But when you hang out with Joey, you have to.
I can't for some reason. Like I tried to do it all. I feel like I would really enjoy doing it, but I can't. My son smokes a lot, and I can't. I don't even want to smell it anymore. It bugs me.
What happens? What happens
when I smoke? I can't take the smoke in my lungs. Like I can't take the drag. I've never smoked a cigarette in my life, so if I try to take a hit, it makes me cough. I coughed one time so hard that I thought I had to go to the hospital. Like I'm one of those guys. I'm a new smoker, so it bothered me. Then I take the edible, and I can't judge how much edible to take. So sometimes I want to eat everything. Sometimes I laid in bed one night for a half hour. I'm like, I'm gonna have a heart attack. Tonight's gonna be the night I die. What if I have a heart attack? Like it just started getting paranoid.
Sounds like you're doing it right. That sounds like you're supposed to do on edibles.
Like I see my son smoke a lot, and I think, what is he getting out of it that I have never done it where I was like, I got to do that again. Except one time during Thanksgiving this year, I took an edible, and it made me laugh so hard. I thought I was the funniest guy in the world, and my daughter thought I was the funniest guy in the world, and it made my wife so mad. And to me, those were the perfect combination of everything.
Isn't it amazing making your wife, your girlfriend angry?
Yes.
That's the best. Oh, my God. But
by laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you made her just by laughing? You made her piss her off?
She kept, like, I'm laughing because I'm high, and she knows it. And she's like, okay, enough now. And my daughter's laughing because she doesn't know why I'm laughing.
Right.
And then my wife goes, at one point she went like this. She goes, okay, do me a favor. You two idiots just go to bed. Shut the lights and go to bed.
Right, yeah.
And the light is on the wall, and I'm in bed. So I go,
that's not happening.
So I went like this, like a genie to try and set the light. And my daughter thought I was the funniest thing in the world. So when she starts laughing, I start laughing, and my wife was ready to kill us both. And I think that's been my most successful of being high.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that sounds like pretty much every experience I had. I mean, we would take, so for most people, they take like 5 or 10 milligrams.
Yeah.
I would take 2,000 milligrams a night on Joey. It was not
What
good.
does that do to your body? Does that make you feel like you're just... I think 2,000 milligrams would just put me in that chair and I wouldn't be able to move.
Oh, there's like hours and hundreds of hours of me like basically asleep.
I'm just letting you know you're not playing quarterback for my team.
No. I agree with that. That would be a terrible decision.
Can you function? How much can you function on 2,000 milligrams?
To be honest, I feel like your body knows that it's too much.
Yeah.
So like it just kind of doesn't get you high anymore. I mean, you function, but you're not really. In my head, I'm making a lot of sense, and I look back and listen to it. I'm like, oh, I sound
you're
special
ridiculous.
needs.
Yeah,
like it's not good.
Yeah.
There's that clip of Joey when he's on Rogan, and I think he's got the gummy. And he just puts like 1,000. He's like, oh, these are nothing. He starts just popping them one after another.
Those were the stars of death.
Yeah,
That's what
stars
he
of
called
death.
them.
Yeah.
Which is a great name for an edible,
Yeah.
but it's terrifying. And those were 200 each. We would eat. I had to eat 10 of those.
Oh my God.
I do remember seeing a clip of you where you were just staring and just like out, completely out.
And it was because I didn't do drugs. Like I was listening on the way in, and I don't really care about drinking. If you told me I couldn't do weed, I wouldn't mind. It was just a food. But with Joey, I got into it, and that it was. I got exposed to almost not heroin and not cocaine, but everything. He gave me cat tranquilizers once.
All right.
He once took a nugget of weed and he was taking a pee and it fell on the toilet and he took it out and we still smoked. He's the worst. He's the worst.
Do you know I have two drug addict stories that are the strongest I've ever heard. One is a friend of mine, Ben, who is a recovering addict who has been off drugs for a lot of years. And I was listening to him talk on the radio one time, and he said they were treating cancer patients with ecstasy. And he said, or the same drug that they use for ecstasy. And he said it made him miss ecstasy so much for a minute he wished he had cancer. So he could take it. I thought, that's a strong drug.
Oof. Yeah.
The other one was Joey Diaz. And Joey said in the 70s or the 80s, there was a drug that they had that had to be heated up. I can't remember what it was, but it had to be put in a microwave.
It sounds like crack. I don't know.
No, I mean, I don't think so. I think I would remember, but he said he would walk around to his friend's house and carry his own microwave.
Oh, yeah, his best friend would carry a microwave. It was some sort of like weed crystal. Dude, Joe, he has the craziest drug stories of anyone in the world. I don't know how he's alive.
Yes.
And he's doing amazing.
He will live like a mummy, like he's already been mummified on the inside.
Oh, and everyone else, like I can't take anything. Like I've never done anything out because I was always a wimp. I thought if I bought weed illegally, the cops would show up.
Right.
I have no idea how people do that. It freaks me out.
Yeah. Now where is he living now? In New Jersey?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In what part of Jersey?
Like middle. I have no idea to be honest.
So what do you do? You don't live not with him, but you don't live near him, or?
No, I live in the city now. I moved to New York in September.
Okay. And you guys still do the show together?
Yeah, we started back up about a year and a half ago. It's over in Jersey. It's great.
So you travel over there and then you do it. Now do you have a car?
I do. I don't drive.
Okay.
I don't drive.
I mean, if you live in the city, you don't usually drive. You don't have a car
and parking.
But right, that's what I'm saying. So for you to have to travel to New Jersey,
I take the bus
and go home high as can be.
Whoa, dude, I fit in on the bus after that podcast on thousands of milligrams.
Yeah.
It is a wild experience. On the way there, it's fine. At midnight, on the way back, it's kind of scary.
That's what I'm saying. Like Joe List has told us a bunch of times that he's fallen asleep coming home from gigs on the subway and woken up in Harlem.
Oh, I live in Harlem, so
okay.
that's
not good. Yeah,
I when I first moved there, I would take edibles, and then you just kind of like you forget what train you're on. You get lost. I get lost all the time, but I love. Do you ever go up to New York? I love.
Oh yeah, I'm from Staten Island.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my favorite place.
It's the greatest place to visit, to get everything you want. But it's kind of like Vegas. After 4 days, you're like, I gotta get out of here.
You don't miss it at all?
Yeah, I miss it a lot. But you know what I miss the most of it?
What?
The Addict. I miss the food.
Oh yeah.
Because the food down here, there's a couple of pizza places you can get away with.
Mm-hmm.
There's no Chinese food.
That is a bummer.
There's no Chinese food. You could eat at 100 different Chinese food places. 70 of them will be good. None of them will be the same.
You would think that with all the New York people down here, they'd have a good Chinese place.
I don't know what the situation is. The same thing with the pizza. You're not quite getting the same pizza. People always tell me now, they're like, I'm going to New York next week. What's the best pizza place? I go, any pizza place you go to in New York is going to be the same pizza. You're going to go in there and some Indian guy's going to be making pizza and it's going to be fine. You just go enjoy it. You don't have to go to one special spot in Connecticut or whatever. It's any place in New York is fine.
Don't wait in line. Just don't go to the dollar places. That's the only thing I've learned, even as a fat guy. Don't go to the dollar places.
Right. You want to go, and don't go to Sbarro's.
No.
Yeah. Those are two different things. So what is your day like now? You just doing stand-up comedy?
Stand-up comedy, and I have a day job during the day.
What do you do during the day?
Podcast advertising.
Oh! So you're selling for whose podcast?
You know what? I do it for an ad agency.
Okay.
And I've been doing that for a few years. But I've been doing stand-up for about 8 years. So I'm trying to make the transition to out of it.
That's got to be it's a tough gig, man, in New York especially.
Oh, it's really hard, and it's funny. When you were talking about the Louis C.K. Story, Joey had me open up for him at the store in L.A., and he told me I was like 2 years in, and he called me up, and I was supposed to host my first time at the Comedy Store, and he told me that Dave Chappelle wanted to do he told me to host. So I get there, he gives me some edibles, and he immediately tells me that Dave Chappelle wants to go up before me and do 30 minutes. And I'm freaking out on edibles for half an hour. Dave Chappelle is going to do this, going to do that. I get up there. Of course, Dave Chappelle isn't there. So we love. I got so freaked out that the person I had to bring up, my best friend in comedy, I forgot his name on stage. Stand-up is the craziest, scariest, but like most fun thing I've ever done.
It's interesting when you get up there and you feel a groove. You're like, I could do this. I'm good.
Oh.
But then when you go up there and you die, you're like, what do I do? How do I get out of here? And if I was high on top of that, forget about it.
Oh, it's the worst. Sometimes I've forgotten jokes. I've started to repeat jokes. Because when I go with Joe, he doesn't care. He gives me edibles. I sweat no matter what. But when you're bombing on edibles, I just drip through everything. It's like Florida in August. It's the worst.
Oh, that's so funny that I don't know that I feel like I love Joey, but I don't know if I can hang out with him. Like I think he'd weigh me down too much.
You know what? There's something weird about it. He won't make anyone else take edibles, but just me.
Yeah.
And we have
No offense, but you're like his pet.
Oh yeah.
I don't mean that to me. Like I don't view you as that, but he looks at you as that.
It's not even like a pet. It's like a science experiment to see if people can survive this.
Yeah.
You were talking about Ralphie May.
Yeah.
We had Ralphie on a bunch. It was amazing. But one of the best ones is we took acid with Ralphie May on the podcast. And Ralphie was the sweetest, nicest guy in the world. And he kept, like, Joey's egging me on, trying to freak me out. But Ralphie was just, like, honestly, like, petting me like a pet and, like, trying to calm me down. And the whole episode, he had this yellow bracelet that his kid made him. And he would just look at the yellow to calm me down, look at the yellow to calm me down. At the end of the episode, when I'm high out of my mind on acid, he shakes it like a snake, and sober, it doesn't freak you out. On acid, I almost passed out. Ralphie was the fun. Ralphie and Joey together were fucking.
Carmen, you get that?
Got it.
Okay,
sorry about that.
So in my old house, I lived in a 1-level house, and you had the living room, and then there was a door in the living room, and through that door was a bathroom and a bedroom. It was like we used to call it the wing. It was a different wing. It was the Ralphie wing. Ralphie would come and stay at my house. And he'd stay for like a month at a time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then he'd drive to his gigs, like his southern gigs from my house, you know? So, but every day with Ralphie was a different thing. You didn't know. Some days I'd get up and he'd be like, hey, baby, I'm eating bacon with your wife. And they're eating breakfast. And then some days it'd be 4 o'clock. And has anybody seen Ralphie? And they're like, no. I'm like, today's going to be the day where I'm going to have to call TMZ and tell him Ralphie just died in my bedroom. And then every day he'd appear out of the room and I go, all right, another day. Yeah.
He's possibly the sweetest person I ever met in LA.
He's one of the most generous guys you'll ever meet.
And that was because I was a comedy fan for years.
Yeah.
So I saw him on Last Comic. I remember the special with the orange jacket. And you guys just became friends by him coming on the show?
No. So I'll tell you the way it happened is that on Last Comic Standing, which I was really into and I loved, I'm doing sports radio at the time, but I'm just doing talk radio on a sports station.
Okay.
And I'm doing mornings. And it's the night before the live event. It's him and Dat Fan,
of course,
and some girl that my father knew was on the show in the early stages, and she told us what hotel everybody was staying at.
Oh wow!
So I called. First, I think I called Rich Voss first, and I called Rich Voss, and he was up, and I talked to him, and then I'm like, all right, let's just call around. So we call back, and we got to Ralphie. And Ralphie's like, hello. And I go, Ralphie May, we're live on the radio. And he just went, he just started laughing. He was like, how did you find me? I'm not even staying under my name. I'm like, I got you. And we ended up talking. And then about maybe 2 months after that, he came to town to perform. And when they brought him in the studio, I said, hey, I'm the guy who called you. And from then on, we were friends. Yeah. I mean, we were friends. We did a lot of stuff. Our families did stuff together. I mean, he was a good dude.
That's why if you were calling Joey, that wouldn't have gone as well.
No. Like I know with certain people I have to sweeten my way in.
Right.
Like with Joey, I'd have to drop Ralphie's name 1,000 times. Just I've met Joey a bunch of times. Every time I meet him, he's meeting me for the first time. So
well, he's also out of his mind.
Yeah.
But that fan Ralphie thing is the craziest thing.
Yes.
And I when I first started doing open mics, Dat Fan is like teaching comedy classes at open mics.
Yeah, somebody else was telling us that.
Somebody was just saying that. Yeah.
It is one of the saddest. But that as a new comedian, it gives me hope because sometimes I'll like do a competition. I think I won and then I don't win.
Yeah.
Ralphie won, but they screwed him. It was the craziest, worst thing that ever happened.
But you know what, though? We learned this over the years with reality shows. It's not good to be the one who wins. You just want to be the one who comes in the finals. That's all you need to be, is the finals. You know what's so funny about Dat Fan is he won and then disappeared. And then one day I was in a hotel and they had a channel and he was on the channel. It was all Asian people.
Right.
But the channel was called AZN. That doesn't seem racist to you?
Yeah,
AZN, Asian.
As long as the Asian people owned it,
it was
okay.
Yeah, it was just Asian, so it seemed to work out pretty good. This is Lee Syatt. Lee is going to be at Side Splitters tonight, and then headlining tonight, and then with Fitzsimmons for the weekend.
I'm with Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons is there tonight. I'm headlining 6 o'clock Saturday, 7 o'clock Sunday.
Okay, so you got some headlining dates over the weekend too. The number's over there at 960-1197 or sidesplitterscomedy.com. I'm glad you made it in this morning, and thanks for the shout out on Instagram yesterday.
Of course, thank you for having me, and I'm sorry about the one swear.
That's all right. Hey, listen, we understand that we're living in a podcast world these days, and everybody's used to being able. You should see what it was like to talk to Joey when we did the show. We were out live somewhere.
Oh boy,
we were out live. That was the day we were at. We had Metis. We had
Pete and Shorty's, right?
It was Pete and Shorty's, and we had Kiss for Kiss tickets, and we had guys in Kiss makeup pretending to kiss, and the one who backed out is the one who lost.
Right.
And so we basically had two dudes in full Kiss makeup making out. It was gross, and Joey was there, and Joey was cursing, and these guys were kissing, and I'm like, this is the worst. And the Pete and Shorty was like, please don't come back here anymore. Please don't come back.
People are trying to eat.
Yeah, it was the worst ever.
Just the fact that you had people in Kiss makeup, Joey would hate that.
Yes.
But the fact that they're kissing in Kiss makeup,
Yes.
I'm surprised all he did was swear.
Yeah.
You got him on his best behavior.
All right, we got to take a break. I'm also leaving. I got to leave the show a little early. So thank you for coming in and getting up early. Go see Lee Syed at Side Splitters this weekend. It's the Mike Calta Show. These guys will be back to close out the show. Another opportunity to win $1,000 is coming up with the Bone Bonus keyword. I will see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.